Hello. Oh, hello, Blurred. How was the monster you created? Hello, Edward. Hello, Rogue. I kind of missed the very end of it. She was fine. The rest of us, yes. Hello, Austin. Good evening. Right. Actually, I'm just kind of. Oh, but I gotta do. All right. So there's. Oh, let me turn this on too. Hello. Um, I did. I changed some back end stuff for how the stream is recorded. So let me know if things don't work right or something, because I always had the stream record before at whatever Twitch was doing, but now I have it dual encoding, and so the recorded version that I can edit later is at like YouTube quality instead of Twitch quality. So let me know if something is weird. No, no, not 4K. No, it's because um, Twitch does what, max 6,000 bitrate, which if you're running 720 60 hertz or 60 hertz 60 FPS, that's the max that you think YouTube takes. For 1080 though, I think it goes up to 12,000, and so I have a recording at 12,000. So because I have my GPU and a CPU in there, but the GPU isn't actually running anything, I have them both encoding the stream at the same time. Just one's doing it at a higher rate, one's going live, one's doing that. So technically originally I had that in there so I could record the camera separate, but I've kind of like figured that's probably not really needed. So instead I'm doing the dual thing. Stupid face this time, but I'm not even in there yet. Because actually 6,000 is the max that you can stream at, but I usually run at 4,500 because there's not enough stuff on the screen changing to require that I run at 6,000. If I'm gaming, I will put it at the max, but anything else, no, it's not really needed because the UI isn't really changing that much. I think Blurred, you're running at 720, but I think you're set to 4,000. I don't remember what yours was. Yeah, I checked in the video properties. Interesting thing you can figure out. If you go to the gear on your screen and you go to like advanced options or something and you turn on video stats, you can actually see the amount of delay between the streamer and you, which is kind of interesting. So but I also use it for determining how other people do their quality, so I could optimize mine. And hello, Kat. In your latest video on YouTube, I tried to look for your OC, but I couldn't find it. Which one? Was it the Applejack one? Because if it's the Applejack one, he was. But he's purposely hard to find. I think it's Applejack. Yeah. Yeah, 4,500 is what I have mine running at. But I have a recording at 12,000, that's cool. The Fallout one. Oh, actually, okay, yes. So I forgot it wasn't my newest animation. That's actually like 5 years old now. No, it's about 4 years old. But I never had a YouTube version because I legitimately was trying to encode it in a better version. Originally, when I encoded that, it was about this big, and it was meant to be in a flash because you could actually drag the screen and spin it at the rate you wanted, which was really cool. So it was like an interactive, controlled 3D spin. But Flash is down, so I can't have that anymore. But I wanted to render it at something higher than that quality. But my computer could would crash before I could do it, or the render was going to take so long that I would be unable to use my computer for days. And if anything happened during that render, I'd have to restart it from the beginning because I couldn't do a partial. It was really annoying. But no, my OC is actually in that one. Music going? You arrived with a hat. Oh, so in celebration of a Frosty Vodka being so generous lately with tons and tons of subs, which is awesome. We did add a new emote. I was trying to add a vodka bottle, but nothing I put in there actually looked like a vodka bottle with the size. So we put in an alcohol bottle. So there is a new emote of a booze. This one. So this is a different version. So this is the quicker spin version. That was the other thing, is I had to render this at 120 frames per second and then just artificially put it to 30, which technically made it go 1/4 the speed. Nope, my OC is right there. He's dead. Hello, Kurtstone. Yes, and hello, Bearded One, Moonshadow, Easy Squeeze. I'm trying to see, did I get everybody? I think I got everybody. Hello, welcome. Yeah, and I also looked into it. That is the most amount of emotes we can have. 5 on tier 1, or 5 for tier 1, 1 for tier 2, 1 for tier 3. That's the most that you can have as an affiliate. So sadly we can't get any more unless we get a ton of people on average here, which eventually maybe. Do you have a less dead picture of your OC? That is an astute observation. Yes, I have, where's my, yeah, so there's this one. This is made by Essential a while ago. It's actually my Steam. If you go on Steam to on my profile, here. Where's the? This is missing a lot of stuff. I need the. Where's the over the top no connection? Okay, Steam's not working. Which is actually weird because usually SFM will tell me, "Yep, server's not connected." Okay. Dash likes alcohol. Yes, it works for everything. Yeah, I tried other things, but that was the one that worked the best. No wonder I couldn't find it. Well, then actually in Applejack 2.0, he's in there too. In this one, he's right there. He's in the window. You can see the little orange of his hair and then the yellow of his head. That one's being mean, but he's there. I didn't put him in this. I didn't put him in A Moment of Peace. But I kind of only put him in if I remember. Oh, he's in this one too. He's in the window right there. So I don't want to have it be noticeable in any way. I like to just sneak it in. Anyways, so for the video, the next video bit, I finished off this scene. No, which one did I do? Okay, yeah, so I 100% finished these shots.
You be careful out there, champ. Bye-bye. Bye.
kind of cut the audio weird there, but that's not going to happen in post anyway. So yeah, so all these are done. Oh, except, hold on. Okay, there. Now she just doesn't have a log in her head. Did you get the idea from Hair Strain, the hiding your seat every video? No, actually, I only do it if I need somebody to throw into the background of something, and I'll sometimes just toss him in if I need a throwaway. He's a plain looking character, which is perfect for that. There's only been one time that I used him for anything other than just straight background, and that was in this one. He's right here. So he actually talked, but it's because of the helmet and everything. I just needed a throwaway. And so he worked out well for that. So it's just sometimes, and most times I'll throw him in there. But it's because if I need a background, somebody, I'll just throw him in. He's in most stuff. Anyway, for this though, I love the tricksy face, yes. So for the shot, I did all the lighting and did everything. One of the complex, or a couple of the complex things to go over, because there's a couple of things I learned here. For one, I wanted to make sure that he still had that ominous look, so there is a light that I put under him but not under Trixie, so he has that like glowing weird evil person type thing until your partner. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But partner's average of 75. I think right now we're averaging about 28 to 30, so we're not quite halfway there, but we're getting there. But also my fear though is if you get up to partner at that point, maintaining conversation with people is hard. And I don't want to lose that. So definitely want to see growth, but at the same time that worries me. And so I need to figure out the best way to balance things out. You can do it. Best way to do it is just do more. Yes, coffee. Coffee's good. I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing, and then see how it works. So I did the lighting for him, did all the animation for him. The thing that took me the longest, and it probably took me about 2 hours to figure out, was to add like dark electric bolts to his magic. So what I ended up doing for this magic, just in general, because his magic, when I looked at it, wasn't like a traditional glow. It was like the purpley bubbly look and with a green outline. Well, I couldn't really do a green outline. So instead I did the normal glow of the purple, but halved it so that it was about half its normal brightness. And then I added the same particle back on top of that, but this time with circles on there. So it kind of gave it a kind of a bubbly glow. And then I just have another third layer that is just a little bit of green in there. So it's just a little bit of a mix. I'm going to leave it for now. Whether or not I keep it that way, I don't know. But there was also like these dark little bolts that went through stuff. And I was trying to figure out how to do that. And that sounds like it'd be easy, but it's not. So it was one problem that led to another that led to another. Happy I clicked notify me on Discord today. Oh, yes. I used to have it at everybody, but then people don't like being like spammed multiple times a week for streams, apparently. So that's what the notify me there for. Thank you. So the reason it's difficult is because normally on a sprite or a texture, black can be construed as invisible. So I found a nice electrical bolt, but it was white. So I changed it to black. And that surprisingly actually worked. The way that the texture was set up, it allowed black to work. The problem was this texture itself. And that is under, I forgot which one this is. Not his horn. Oh, I know. Well, it actually probably is his horn. It's this one. So this is, they're kind of small, but you can see this is the little electric bolts. But I don't want to have the same texture popping up multiple times. I wanted to have a variation. So I wanted it to have a sequence. And the sequence is where the texture, so if I look up, I haven't opened another library, so it should pop this up. So this, by having a sequence, is saying that there's multiple versions of a texture on here, and the software just knows that it is split into parts. And when it pops up here, I can show you what that means. So the original one looked like this. So it has the 4 here, and then it has 4 different sequences. So I can actually select and move between them. And then the particle just selects one of those 4 at random. So then you have like 4 different textures everywhere. When I changed this to black, though, it got rid of the sequence. And I checked, and there was no like property in there for setting it to black. I'm like, okay, so how do you make a sequence? Because apparently it's a VTF property. VTF Edit, the program that I normally use for that, does not do that. To do it, you have to have 4 separate image files. Then you have to create this whole separate text file that has the code in there. You have to then, I had to download Counter-Strike source because it wouldn't work within SFM. I had to use its mksequence .exe file within the command line to direct the new text, the file to load that had all the textual information, and then the output file. Then it would go through and to create that output file, and then I had to take those files and run them through a different thing, which was a drag and drop to actually have it create the image. It took me 2.5 hours to figure out just to how to make freaking sequence. It was really annoying, but now I know. And actually it is not, so that's why now if I go to this one, there is 4 and it is a sequence, not just a flat round texture. So it was, and when I also just skipped over completely all the times everything went wrong when trying to figure that out, because like the command line thing went wrong about 100 times. And then that's when I figured out how to download Counter-Strike source to actually get it to work. Anyways, it works. And then like the effect I think is just so, but whatever. But it allows the actually when I look at this, I don't think this one has, this one doesn't even have a sequence random on there. Maybe that's why. So right now, if I look at this, you can see all these look the exact same. I'm going to go in here and add sequence random. Boom. And it's probably going to still look the same. That is fine. So then we go down here and we say minimum 0, maximum 3. Now, they're different. Yeah. All that work, and then I didn't actually hit the correct button afterwards. I think I did it for his horn. I think that's what I tested it with. Yeah, that's what I tested it with originally. So I just forgot to do the other one too. Hello, Jinxie. Good afternoon. Hello, Boss Gamer. Hello, Moon. Hello, Jules. Hello, Jinxie. Yeah, we got it. Right. Yeah. So yeah, this one's all done. So that left me with trying to figure out how to end the video. And because before we've been having some talk about how to do it. So I have 3 options, and I actually started all 3 because I didn't know which I wanted to do. Originally I have it so he's he goes and says this line. Whoops.
A monkey's uncle. You did it. I knew I could count on you. You've come too far to stop now.
And so I was trying to figure out how to finish that. And originally we had like the window look thing because, you know, murdering a lot of things. I just didn't like how this was set up. It just trying to make that work would just be so messy. And it wasn't really a reveal. It was just something to a stupid face. I heard somebody say stupid face before. I want to make sure there wasn't a call out for it. No, there wasn't. Okay. How goes things on your end there, good sir? It is going pretty good. I don't know. I'm doing fine actually. No. I think if there's something I should say that, but no, I'm doing fine. I hope you're doing well too. It's I've been super busy trying to finish this up because I want to have this done by Friday. It's not going to happen, but I want to try. So yeah, there's this original window look. Then I made this one, which was the original idea of having where him saying you're halfway there instead, and having it where they go and look at Luna because they had, you know, just killed Celestia. So so to have her on the chair with the implication of being there's another chair in a T, that Sombra had been the one sitting there. I wish you the best of getting it done. I would have to basically do one complete shot a day just to have it in time for render on Thursday night. I'm not going to release it Friday no matter what. It's mainly to have it for patrons, so it might just be on the weekend. But I want to have it. If you set a deadline, it helps. Anyways, so yeah, so there was this about having her sitting in the chair and just being like, like this, they're going to hurt me. And then there's the third option, which was to go with basically the same as this, but in a better format, which was to have them bust down a door. And then I'm all charging in, and then she's just like, rah. I think I'm going to change the Luna model if I go this route, though, because this one has almost no mouth controls. Basically, it's just open. So she doesn't look angry. She just looks like she stubbed her toe or something. And that's not good. I kind of like this option. And surprisingly, this whole shot took me, I think, an hour and 15 minutes. So I was surprised how fast I put that together. Wait, months to get free bits again. Lead ignition is the word. So I'm not sure which option to go with. I like the joke that was there, which means that the Luna sitting on the chair doesn't follow with that same joke anymore. The window look I don't really like, so this just felt like the better option to go with. And she stubbed her hoof on a rock. Well, or we got the splintered wood. So I didn't animate that. That's a pre-made thing. This whole like wall here, what is fake? It's it was a big open bit. I just put a door frame. I put a door from Half-Life that already has pre-made physics for explosions. Then I just filled it with rocks. Oh, hello, sunset. So I kind of want to go with this option, but I wanted to see what you guys might think. The reason I made the three options is because I originally just started making this one, and then I feel like it is, instead of making a second joke, it's a copy paste of the first joke, and I don't know if I like that so much. Joke repetition isn't my thing, and this would be just saying like we did first half of the beginning and then just copy paste the second half. Is there a way to earn money quick to become a millionaire without the lotto? It's a weird random question, but I would also state that you probably don't want to. Most people that win the lottery or gain money really quickly go bankrupt more often than other people. It's what is it? I can't remember the percentage, but it was over half of people that win the lottery eventually go bankrupt because they spend all the money and then realize that the things they purchased require maintenance costs. Bank robbery. Well, I'm not going to condone that. Or I'm not gonna promote that. I guess I had the wrong word. I like the section option. That face on Luna is just so her. This one, yeah. It was the rest of it that follows through with it, because after that, or I basically have to say instead here, you're halfway done instead of I forgot what he says.
Far to stop now.
Because after this, she's supposed to have like bah, and then I was gonna have on this shot a bunch them basically running up and having the camera zoom in while he says the next part.
Anyone can kill all those things. It's you.
So I like that because it was a different joke instead of a copy paste of a joke. I'm more wise than them. Good luck. I don't like money, but I like things you can buy with money. Synchronous crime. No, don't rob. No, those corporations earn their money fair and square. Hello, Thunderbird. I wonder if I can incorporate Luna into it, no matter, or like, no, because she's running in. She can't have two Lunas. I don't know. This one also, I would retime it a little bit. She kind of like walks for a while. I probably have it cut off, like, or have this part quicker. Start a video game Kickstarter, deliver a subpar product, and pocket the rest of the money as salaries. I don't know how that would work. You know, if you want to get rich quick, it's there's always the high risk, high reward. So the whole idea with lottery is that it's low risk, high reward, but it's with a super low chance. But most of the times, if you want to make big money, you have to take big risk. And that's the problem. Most of the people that you talk or you've heard about that ever get rich are the people that did take the high risk and got lucky. It's not that when they're like, I invested tons of money and I succeeded. Yeah, but tons of people do that kind of thing. And a lot of people probably lose. High risk, high reward, man. Throw in the mirror pool. That sounds like an extension of the whole idea. No, there's no spike in this one. Or at least there's no place for a spike. I think I'm gonna go this route only because in terms of simplicity, it's probably kind of the less work. The Luna one doesn't sound like much, but it would require me to not redo, but like change some of the plans for some other things because the killing all those things doesn't work with that idea anymore. This shot's going to be easy as is. Yeah, I think I might just because it adds a little excitement to it in a way too. The only thing I need to figure out is how. No, I think I know how to continue this. I might need to readjust a few things in other shots, but I'll make it work. And that's the funny thing is like here you can see where they're standing, right? That they're right in front of this thing. I could move them to right here. And so like have the guards run into them standing right here, and nobody would notice that I moved them. Nobody. There is so many. I've like I mentioned before, like in one of the previous ones in the Fallout. In this one, there's I think yes things from this shot to the next one. No. Nope, it's this shot right beforehand. Yeah. So if you look at the lighting on her face there, super bright on the left side and then dark on this side. Next shot, it's dark on this side, light on this side. Nobody noticed. So it's really, you can get away with so much inconsistency stuff as long as you make it look real. It doesn't have to be real. Nope, it's more of how to this red section. Because the original plan was to do this.
You've come too far to stop now.
Then have a look out a window with a lot of things. With Luna doing stupid face just because. But then because that would follow up with this.
If anyone can kill all those things, it's you.
Which would then allow her to just do this kind of like stupid look and then pull up the knife again. And then the pop. So I'm not a fan of this shot, but I like the idea of a lot of things. So the idea was I could do this, but I would have to change it from a lot of things to you're halfway there. But then it is legitimately a copy paste of a joke. It is exactly the same as the other one. You're just doing the other half. Well, kind of funny. I feel like it's not as good as it could be. That's where this shot comes in, where it's a little bit better at. I just like it better. As in terms of its presentation, its timing, a little bit more action involved in the middle of it. And I think that just works better. So that's why I kind of like those cheek jiggles. Cheek jiggles? Cheek jiggles. No matter how you say that, it sounds wrong. Cheek jiggles. I know I'm saying it right, but it just sounds wrong. So yeah, I kind of like this because it lets me maintain the joke that I think works better, while just making a better version of the shot. Because I can't think of any other thing that she would kill multiple of. I thought about like tying up Luna and Cadence and Twilight in the corner, but then that got really dark, and I'm not gonna do that. Hello, Jorn. Ooh. I like the idea that she just walks in here and she goes, I have a message for you all. This is like, and then she leaves. So, come back, my minions. I kind of want to go this route, and I'm not worried about it. I don't know. I might focus. If I do that, I might focus on that shot today because I try not to, if possible, work on lip syncing stuff on stream if possible, because lip syncing to me is super boring. Whether people are watching or not, it's super boring. I oh my god, I freaking hate lip syncing. So
You've come too far to stop now.
and this would require lip syncing. So, not saying you should, but if you were to say kidnap a wild Twilight, you could do a scientist Twilight cameo. No, I want to retire that character. Is she funny? Yes. I loved working with Sci-Twi, but I don't want to typecast myself for the character. So I think that she had a good ending, and I want to just leave it at that. Having as a background thing, maybe, sure, but here it just wouldn't make any sense. Or if you put in something that is very noticeable in some time point that you're trying to time jokes or whatever, you could distract people from that joke and that they miss its punchline, and that probably would do that. Sci-Twi, so the actual model is free to download. There's two versions there. I use an older one because I liked it for being more Twilights, to where the craziness was in the character, not in the look. There was another one by Dazian, I think. I can't remember who it was that did that one, but there is a newer version that has her looking crazier, but I felt like that was just adding crazy on crazy. But just go to the DA or even like ponysfm.com, you'll find it.
You've come too far to stop now.
So I think what I'm going to do, for one, I'm sure she's looking way too far up. Trixie, get your face down here. She's like, oh. Oh. Okay, when I said get your face down here, that's not quite what I meant. Great and powerful. Rawr. Eyes up here. She's is there something on my face? I can't. I can eat off the floor. My nose is white. What is that? Oh, it's her teeth. Oh well, that makes it worse. No. What brought her mouth all the way down? Is it just everything? Oh, it's the nose. Okay, hold on. We can fix this. Hello. My name is Trixie. Kind of looks like a dog or something. What? Can we just move this up? Well, I don't think that makes it work. She's like a Goofy. Like hi, my name is Trixie. Well, hold on. She can't do that with that face. She's got to be way. But she's angry. Oh wait, are you just default angry? Why are you angry? What did I do to you? Okay. It's like old Trixie. Back in my day, magic was friendship. What is this face? I shall tell you the secrets. Trixie has wear if you have coin. And she's not animated for this, so she's not even gonna just boop. Like Trixie, give us your best Vogue face. And she's like, bam. Like, is Trixie sexy? Ooh. She's like, she knows she is sexy. She's like, ooh, oh, nope, oof, that was, I'm like, oh yeah. Yes, ooh, that's it. That's just, I don't think I can do anything to this that just won't make it creepier. Nope, that's still creepier. Nope, yep, we're gonna fix Trixie, because this is getting a little, she doesn't want to be fixed. It's like, this is me now. Like just love me as I am. Nope, everybody makes fun of me. I care. Give me a hug. No, you take back your nose, and then we'll think about it. There we go. Okay, she fixed. What was I doing? Okay, we're doing eyes. That was what we were doing. Okay. It's got to be further away because it's just too close of a look. I'm not messing with Trixie. Do not like Trixie as she is. This is the Trixie. She's, just because she has some problems doesn't mean you shouldn't love Trixie. This is the same. I want to see Michael's response when Argo does this to Derpy. I can, it'd be like, no, why, Derpy, no. Somebody did too many drugs. Never too many. Like she had some really bad plastic surgery in an attempt to be pretty. It was a nose lift. Is that a rhinoplasty? Yeah. I mean, the stupid faces. Done it many times. Yes. Well, because if I select face, so these two groups right here are bones. If I select like basically face by accident without bones, it's more than like, well, okay, it's going to involve the nose, but normally it wouldn't really move that much, but it's going to move the nose and at least the eyebrows. But if I select eyes, the only bone that's in there is view target, which is where the eyes are looking. About a bug. So that's where the confusion was, I guess. Being lazy in my chair and puts my head low. No, she doesn't need to be fixed. She's fine. I do want to put the eyes a little bit higher because I don't want. There's this kind of like an area with the camera, so you can see over here where she's looking. Because if I have her look right here, then that's fourth wall breaking. She's basically looking at the camera or very close to at the camera, and that is distracting. It's not good. So I want to have her look not just over the camera, but far enough over that it can't be interpreted as looking at the camera. So I'm thinking about there is pretty good. And hold on one second. So because I started earlier, I didn't eat dinner. So I'm going to start the oven so Michael can handle that when he gets home. So be back in 1 sec. All right. Food is important. I don't know. That was a lot of like work just to move the eyes. I don't think he's allowed to look at the camera. Yeah, and that's actually kind of difficult though, because well, there are times where you can have them look at the camera. If you are using the camera to represent somebody that is in a current shot, then sure. Like Applejack looking at the camera, you know, if you're having to speak to the user, sure. But normally if you're in this position, you are representing that you are there, but not as a visible thing. So in here, I don't want to make people think that they're being looked at. Anyone with 35,000 yet? I think actually somebody does. It doesn't matter. Michael's not here right now. He will be back in about 10 minutes. I'm watching you, Mano. I'm using my 4G to watch this stream because my Wi-Fi carrier put it down. Does it work okay on 4G? Because I'm running it at 1080. Because the resolution, at least in terms of YouTube, I can't change the resolution. I can't record and stream at different resolutions, but I can encode at different resolutions. So 4500 tends to be like, I think what I use. I might try dropping it more for streaming. It'll make it easier for people because I don't think I need to run at 4500. I might be able to, at least for this, probably even drop it to like 3500 or 3000. I might play with that a bit. Because I don't want to I don't want to make it hard to, like if I'm moving stuff around like this, like how does this look? And then coding, is it glitchy or is it actually pretty smooth? Because this is about the biggest that I have moving things on the screen. So, because the bit rate is how much information is coming through. Smooth? Well, Jules sounds like he's saying otherwise, but no, that's smooth. I might, if there's not much artifacting, then I might drop it a little bit more, just because it helps for the people that can't. Unless you get partner. If you have partner, then you can go as high as you want. You could always do a test stream for it sometime. I actually have a second account. There's Argo Daemon 2. That is literally its name. That is my test stream that I use for stuff. Okay. So if it's smooth, that means I can probably drop it a little bit. So I might poke with that a little bit. Before, I didn't want to drop it too low because the recording would be crappy. But now that I have it separated, as long as that works, because I haven't done that yet, I might do that. So thank you for your input. Michael just got home too. So, all right. So let's poke at this one then. I haven't set up any of the lighting for this. Okay, yeah, it's just black. Getting it to be consistent across shots is probably going to be the hardest part. I don't care about angle. I can get away with that however I want. Yep, now I want to look it up and follow. It's just literally my name with a 2 at the end. But trust me, if you follow it and you get notifications and then I'm like just staring at the screen like doing nothing, you've been pre-warned.
Count on you.
There's a cookie book for you. Yes, Cheryl's cookies. Aw, in the recycle. Yeah, you didn't say hi. Michael's supposed to say hi when he comes home. So now he owes me $20. I just made that rule up. So this is Luna cometh. Finding enough. Blurred says hi. Don't roast the royal guards like that. You'll hurt their feeling. Well, I was a little concerned, like, okay, so it's Luna that's coming in. Do I use lunar guards or do I use royal guards? I think I might swap out some for lunar guards. The problem with that is depending on how the lighting is set up, Lunar being very dark and Royal being very bright are going to be very different in terms of what lighting would hit them. So if I make it nice and good for the Royal Guards, it's probably going to be very dark for the Lunar Guards. But then if I light it correct for the Lunar Guards, the Royal Guards are probably going to be over bright. So there's this like mix. And so I thought that using the Royal Guards is probably a better idea, because if they would probably be the ones angry if they're like, if their God Queen was like, put to sleep with ketchup. Lunar Guards, all of them. I thought about doing that too. I was thinking a mix or doing all Royal. I might. I'm not sure. Your opinion doesn't matter.
Worried about lighting. Light has the room differently. You can have half of them guards and half of them lunar guards.
But if they're mixed together,
You don't mix them together.
that's racist.
No. I don't think that funny. They're racist.
Move over a little that way. Also, I started the oven, but
That's all.
I have nothing in it.
Oh, there's nothing in it?
Yeah, I just started it like 10 minutes ago, something like that.
I just saw.
Because it's preheating.
Over to.
Yeah, anything over 425 goes to 15 instead of 10. Thanks for the follow, Space Cat.
Hello, everyone. Scoot.
It's just to make you better in the shot, without having to move me. And you might go, welcome home. Hope you had a good day.
It was a day.
Yes, the stream is your home now. Need to remember that the streams are back to original script. What is that? I don't know what that means. Oh, so I'm working on so after this is like they're coming. This then Luna's like bam, and she comes running through the door.
Wow, that's a huge step up from what.
And then she's like, I need to get a different model though, because this is a really bad Luna model. And actually,
What are you talking about? She's in armor.
yeah, I know, but no, this face. She has zero facial flexes, so or really poor. So actually, I have this version, but like, that works kind of better. I just don't have the facial stuff
have
for
her
it.
show up as Nightmare Moon?
No,
What do you mean?
because she's not Nightmare Moon.
But she's pissed off.
Oh, is that what it means? Like when she gets angry, that she just turns into evil?
No, when she eclipses the sun, she.
But she's not.
It's not necessarily evil. I don't. Like, it's just Luna. Nightmare Moon.
Okay, then why was she banished?
She was banished for attacking her sister.
Okay. But when Nightmare Moon came back, she didn't attack her sister then?
They harmonized.
They harmonized her. Oh, they got rid of the bad side.
No. Nightmare Moon is evil.
Okay.
In the sense that no more that Luna is. Gets pissed off. She turned into Nightmare Moon.
Yeah, and then she tried to remove the fuel source for all the plants on the planet.
Yeah. Wanted points to appreciate.
Okay, so she was gonna lead to mass starvation and death.
She was being
That's evil.
Yeah, well, but Luna was evil. Like, there is no separation between Nightmare Moon and Luna. It's just it got fed up, turned into. Sorry. Transformation.
I think it's possible that if Celestia died, that Luna could go full Nightmare Moon. But Nightmare Moon was caused or created from something different. I would think that it was jealousy and negative emotions. Sadness and anger, I think, might be different. I don't know, because the Nightmare Moon character was more for looking at oneself, while anger about the murder of a sister would be emotions externalized. So I don't know.
But she gets much more powerful. But I don't know effects. Like, when they show the flashback of her transforming into Nightmare, she shows up as Luna, and she's already.
I'm gonna see if I can load this. Nope, it's gonna crash.
Into fights. To do so, she has to eclipse the sun, which is good.
She spent more time, at least, on the planet as Nightmare Moon in season 1 than she did in the previous, which I always thought was absolutely hilarious. Actually, I didn't want to load autosave. Because in the beginning she's like, I am Nightmare Moon now, and Celestia's like, lol, bye.
Can you imagine if Breaker actually became a thing outside of a dream. Because
Daybreaker was not even a representation of Celestia. It was a dream. It had nothing to do with her.
It was a dream of what Celestia was afraid.
But who created that?
It was created inside Starlight's.
Yeah, so it's Starlight's representation of. So it's not actually Celestia's.
But Celestia did show genuine concern.
Celestia could have been like some 400-pound monstrosity that just ate cake. You know, like who knows?
If Luna turns into Nightmare Moon, eclipses the sun. What did Celestia do? Did she just bring the sun in closer and?
How's it going, Joseph?
Like everybody's on softball.
So it's bugging me that this shot has no audio. So I'm going to. So is there like a stampede?
Daybreaker did come out in the comics, yeah, but the comics are up in the air. I do remember the show Celestia
That word.
Legitimate concern that she could be. That was something she believed was
Now.
So we're going to put this to here, and then we're going to set fade out to 2 seconds.
like the thing with Nightmare Moon is she essentially.
Oh, I don't have my thing open. Normally I have Twitch open in the background so I can handle those. Oh, wait, nope, I can still see it. Perfect. Okay, now don't accidentally mod.
Trying to tell you could be.
No, they're not there anymore. Wait. Oh, because I'm looking at this. Okay, we're gonna go creator dashboard, so I'm not loading the stream as well. All right.
No, I can't take charge of the stream. I haven't eaten pizza.
Michael needs to be in charge now. No, there's no. The points have not been spent, and that's if I'm usually doing something and he isn't.
Points when he's being productive. Maybe when he starts like talking. Another drink.
Non-slave food.
Yeah.
See if
Don't
that
drink
works.
alcohol until you pass.
So some of these audio bits can be a little bit rough sometimes when they're here, but when I actually do the render, I do not render all the audio together. I actually render the audio tracks separately, and then I merge and play with them in post, because SFM is really bad at timing. And so what you hear in the time matching doesn't always match with the render. So if I split this into pieces, I can readjust everything to actually what feels right and looks right in post. That's kind of the idea here. So like even here, like, well, for one, I haven't extended this. Is this even extendable? No. Why is, okay. So we need to move this over here to that, like, no, there's a gap there. And I'll move this to here. But yeah, I'll do all those separately, so that I have more control of it. This one I probably won't even render. I'll probably just pull the original files because it's just better quality.
I never really understood the Equestria Girls logic. Being in a harmony to be worse. Never really got a sense.
It's making true one's own desires. I don't know. I'm just trying to find reason for it.
I don't think the writing was as good as Equestria Girls. It was this writers between. I think G.M. Burroughs wrote the book, but I think she might.
I'm gonna see if I can do this. So I'm gonna do 0. No, that's technically what the other one was. Right? Why is this one louder then? Oh, I bet you because I copied this, that this is setting fade time. There we go. Okay. Okay. So we're going to set the volume to this. We're going to go So this also needs to be deeper because we're through a door. So we're going to set the time scale to 0.8. I think that's to make it longer. Yeah. It's not, I think it need to be less deep than that. No, that's not what I want. Okay, we're going to do 0.9, and then we will drop the volume a bit more. So 0.15. Nope, still too loud. Set volume 0.05. Okay. And then we will add in... Okay, I'm going to turn this down because explosions are loud. Can we see your progress? Yeah, sure. In a second here. That would work. Or you just haven't eaten in a while. So I will jump back and forth between lights on and off for whatever. But I'm going to keep it smaller because it is getting towards done. So yeah, this is
pretty cool. So you showed up as Nightmare Moon and you showed the sun.
Why would she eclipse the sun?
To gain power.
So she is no.
Getting power to get revenge.
But in this shot, this is the beginning before anything happens.
Oh yeah, makes sense.
No, it wouldn't. That's just gonna make it harder for you to make decisions. But it makes you more confident than them. Hello, Crystal. It's been the coffee. Have Michael in charge now. But okay, let me pay the progress here.
The coffee?
No, nobody has. It's expensive. Though there's one or two people that have that many points.
No, wait till at least.
No,
Wait, I can't make.
If they make the choice.
Food.
All right. So let's see. This is what I got so far.
Today we celebrate the overthrow of the central government. It's time to kill someone. You be careful out there, champ. Bye-bye.
I'm not going to switch maps, so you're just going to have to deal with bad lighting.
Well, I'll be a monkey's uncle. You did it. I knew I could count on you. You've come too...
This one I will swap the lighting out.
You've come too far to stop now.
Yeah, I definitely need to quicken that shot a little bit.
If anyone can kill all those things, it's you.
Murder. She's like Trixie. You could succeed. Do does Trixie want to go and murder all the things? And she's like, yes. I wish to kill. Here's my weapon. Step. He's like, no.
Likes it.
Yeah. He's like, he's like, no, not me. You stab all other horses, and then she's like, oh, but your horse, and so she tries stab, yeah, and she succeeds, but he's like, aha, I am immune to stab. Your knife is too weak. You cannot hurt me. And then but then she's like, well, okay. And she's like, but this is now big knife. And then she gets spins. Yep. And she goes step. And he's like, go. And he's like, no, it's still too strong. It's close, but no, I'm strong. But then she's like, oh God. And then he realizes that the knife is too big, and it has, and
He got free.
so then he looks and he's in, and Sombra got cut in half, and he's like, oh no, I've been cut in half. And then he dies. Oh no, he dies this way because then he's still in half. But then he is also kind of sad about that. So wait, his face has got to be sad too. So there he goes. Okay, so you see Sombra. Then Sombra is he's very sad. I'm sad because he's dead. But Trixie on the other hand, and she's very happy, and she looks down. She's like,
that was
yes,
like her boyfriend now.
Yes, but she's like, I've had many boyfriends and they're all dead.
Oh no. He's like, being cut in half is my least favorite thing.
And he's like, I'm gonna post this on Instagram.
Oh
no. I'm gonna get so many followers.
Get one like.
And she's very happy about this. She's like, this Trixie, do you want to be famous on Twitters? She's like, well, how you gonna be famous? And she's like, with stabbing, and like, Trixie, that's not how it works. And she's like, yes, it does.
Oh no.
She's like, yes, I am best blue horse.
Ow.
And it's because I'm immortal. I can break my neck. Just like, and she's look, I'm immortal. I'm a god. You cannot kill the hello, my name is Trixie. And she's like, I want French fries. Okay, we're gonna fix Trixie and everything. No, put your knife away, Trixie. Okay. Such a cute murderer. Don't know if that's what we want to do. But there is just something funny about like Trixie just being like step like and it's like, you're moving. I wish for you to not move. Like, stop.
I just feel like if this was a proper episode, Starlight would be. Oh, but we could end it.
I keep getting these weird recommendations for the Equine of the Sea account. It just recommended me a tweet from Jacksepticeye.
I mean, they're good friends. No?
I have to turn off notifications for that. Well, yeah, but you know what the one before that was? Bernie Sanders.
I mean,
this seems like a weird jump.
No, Dolphin has many friends. Dolphin is friends with famous youth. And
I was doing lighting here. All right. So we need to do. So on a lot of these shots, there's a lot of extra lighting that's coming in in the area. So we need to match that lighting here to a degree. These guards need to go in the guard group. These two are not shown yet, but might. So we need to increase probably the main. Maybe.
I'll tell you what. I'll probably stream again this weekend, and I'll be in charge for that whole.
You're gonna stream again?
Yeah, like twice.
That's twice more than you've done.
Yeah. I think I might try to make it.
Is there any?
I don't have an exact time.
Well, forewarned, Michael streams very lewd things.
Do not.
It's ponies and socks.
That is not lewd. It's.
There we go.
I'm hoping to next time I stream to add blackjack.
Okay, so I'm okay with this because it's got some nice lighting. How does it work for the beginning? The ground is a little bit bright, but I'm thinking that's just because it's out of context. I think if I add in another light, and let's make sure we get the right color.
Well, the first one was, I was just saying the first one was pretty boring because it was trying to fix it. That wasn't straight. Fix it after this.
Let's drop it to like there. Should I put torches on either side? No. If I put torches on either side of the door, being that there will be an explosion of some sort, you would expect those blown out. I don't want that. Trixie should manifest a gun with a boxing glove sticking out of the barrel and pops on her in the nose. No, because that gets weird. Not that this isn't already getting weird. Yeah, I'm not sure how the notification stuff works on here. That's where, like, I have Discord has a post whenever I start streaming. There's also a Steam group. I believe the link is in, below here that I will normally have a notification pop up on Steam for. I'll post on Twitter. I post on YouTube, and I think that's me. And then whatever emails go through for Twitch. So there's, I think, 5 different types of notifications. So hopefully one of them works for. But I can't guarantee. I know the emails from Twitch used to take a while for some reason. Okay, I'm going to turn that back down again.
Wait a minute. That loves derpy. Bent.
Oh, you know what? I'll think about it.
Lost my mic. I've been on this whole time.
No, it's been on the whole time.
I don't believe you.
I usually shut it off if I'm the only one, like on the Sunday streams, because I don't want to have it picking up bad ambient stuff over there.
Yeah, it makes sense.
And then I just keep it off because I'm like, I'll remember.
And then you forget.
I remembered
Eventually,
like 20 minutes afterwards, but
I don't know how much you guys have heard of me. You probably heard me through his mic.
oh yeah, they can hear you. It's quieter.
But I will say, Mint, that I enjoy Derpy a great deal. She's the best character in the show.
But she's not a character in the show. She's a background horse.
Blasphemy. She's the main character of the show, and her rare appearances are the result of her being, like, bigger than royalty.
Oh.
Yes. When she shows up,
where's
it's
this
like,
evidence?
It's like when Gandalf shows up in Lord of the Rings. We all know the movies are about Gandalf, but he can't be there all the time. Otherwise, where's the build-up?
But Gandalf is a main character.
Yeah, it's just like Derpy.
Derpy's not a main character.
She absolutely is.
Derpy was a mistake that then ended up just being written in because they needed diversity.
Diverse. She's the main character of the show, sir.
She's like 4th best gray horse.
What? What's the first 3?
Well, there's Octavia.
Yeah, that's one gray horse.
The
only other one I can think of.
There's other Octavia. And then there's random gray background horse number 3.
Mm-hmm. And then Derpy.
Wow.
Such a jerk.
She's not fully gray. She's got yellow hair too.
She does have yellow hair. She is a blonde. She's the cutest, most lovable blonde there ever was. What was?
It's creepy.
What? She cute.
She's the third best of my OC in the second. I think
OC.
that's the one thing with bronies that I always find funny is that they're like, here is my list. Like, and you can't just have a list. There must be a reason for every ranking, and then why one is above the other.
Well, you know why Derpy's the best pony is because all of the ponies are worse. So
At least you kept it simple.
Yep.
You are a simple man.
I am the simplest.
You are the definition of simple.
Wow. See how he treats me in stream.
No, because contention is entertaining.
You want to follow me on Twitter? I don't recommend it. A bad idea. Pull that pizza out of the oven.
Oh, it's already done?
It's been 15 minutes.
Wow! People would be like, behold my list, gaze upon it. Yeah, that's essentially how it is. People have headcanon, and they are very passionate about their headcanon. I wonder if I should put it on this side. Because the intent is that they had busted through... so if you were to look at it from this scene, that they had busted through essentially a door. So I'm going to probably move those two to about here. And they're going to bust through this area. So I'm going to have them come through here. So I'm going to have the camera actually back at about this point and have them come running through. So the implication that this is a continuous flat wall that it went through there. So because of that, in this room, most of the, well, I can't see right now, but there's a lot of the orange light coming from this direction and this direction, from left and right, but mainly, at least in terms of these ones, from behind. So I'm thinking I might, I don't know. Actually, there is enough from both. So maybe I want to create some kind of depth. So I might do something like that.
And one of the things I love about the Brony fandom is that you can ask 5 different Bronies who's the best character, and they'll give you 5 different answers, and that speaks in volumes to the characters in the show. There's so many good characters.
It's because everybody's different. Everybody has their own tastes, their own emotions, their own ways in life, and each character represents basically one type of person. Well, most people are a mix of all of them. So you're going to have somebody that is more of one thing that is just better identifying with somebody of one group.
Yeah. But a lot of shows, you'd be like,
see, I'm awesome. So I'm like, Blue Horse is best.
You love Trixie?
No.
But she was best Blue Horse.
But no, she was speaking that. I'm speaking for Trixie. It's called playing a character. Jesus Christ.
Seems like Trixie would think she's just best horse in general.
Nope.
Just best Blue Horse.
She's the great and powerful horse. I kind of like the idea of this one not being that and just turn it way down. So there'll still be some, but again, this is where we're using where I mentioned before about the mixture between royal guards and non-royal guards. This is where using the lunar guards would be nifty instead of using the royal guards. In this case, Luna is very dark, but at the same time, because she's further back, I have more control of her lighting. So I could get away with the royal guards and having her just be lit on her own. In your opinion, which program is easier to use, Blender or SFM? SFM. Blender is a better end product, but it is also going to be more confusing and a lot steeper learning curve. Not like Blur to Blah, if he's still here, is going to be like, no, you know, he uses Blender all the time. Anytime you put any time in a program, you're going to learn how to use it. It's just, if you're talking about like learning curve, SFM is super easy to learn, but most of the things to learn that take time isn't the software, it's the concepts. Blender or SFM or anything it's not about how easy it is to jump into animating or to be making work. It doesn't matter on either of those. You're going to spend more time, I think, learning the software on the Blender side, but you're going to probably spend similar amount of time just learning how to animate between the both of them.
It is nice how the models between Source Filmmaker and Blender, they port over seamlessly. So really, all the models in Source Filmmaker can be used in Blender fairly easily.
But they take porting. SFM is like, a lot of them are just available default in SF or in that.
Source Filmmaker definitely has.
Plus, there's pre-made maps that are already pre-built and everything.
I don't know. That. Yeah, I don't know how well those would work in Blender.
I don't think at all, because it's a BSP file. I don't think they load BSP files.
Yeah,
there's too many other things involved with that.
Can take apart.
Plus, there's all these other properties that are just included with it, with particles and stuff. Why does Michael's head look like he has a blue outline? Because he is in the land of blue.
He spent a lot of money to make me blue, and now I'm blue.
Well, there's as you can see here, I got the blue right here. I have a blue light up there for hair light, and Michael is further from the brighter lights and closer to the blue light, so he is more blue.
I'm blue.
Yeah.
By the way, I'm going over there to get pizza. Do you want me to get you a drink?
No, I want to eat first. And well, even then, I don't know if I should. I want to work on stuff, and I think if I have another drink, I'm not going to.
You want to be productive.
Yeah, maybe.
That's weird. All right.
Blender's great as long as you know which little box to tick and where the hell to find the box in the first place, and know you need that box in the first place. Yeah, it's just, there's so many other options, but it's because the more options you give, the more control, the more detail you can add to things. SFM removes some of those options, simplifies things, which means that you sacrifice some things, but you are given other things. For one, rendering, easy, super quick compared to anything else. I can render something in SFM in like 1/10 the time compared to Blender. So that's a big thing too. But while he's doing that, I'm gonna go use the restroom quick because I drank through that first drink really quick. So we're gonna do that. I'll be back in like 30 seconds. So actually, you know what? Hold on. What we're gonna do, I'm gonna run a 60-second ad break just so then anybody coming in doesn't have to watch one, and then I'll be back in that 60 seconds. Boop.
So, what'd you do? I opened up things to load a model and it crashed the program.
I don't think I saved.
Hence my boo-boo.
I've
learned a valuable lesson about trying to load a model.
Well, normally if I hand it off to you, it's because I've saved prior.
Why did you think trying to load a model would crash?
I don't know what autosave pulls from.
I made boo-boo.
We'll see. Okay, I think everything's fine.
Okay. I'm glad, because you would have been upset.
Well, yeah, you guys are all just like... Sorry. Yeah, I probably cut my audio out there. I'm like, if I disappear for a minute and like go use the restroom, if you run an ad, so learning things on Twitch, if you manually run an ad, the benefit of it is anybody joining for the next hour doesn't get an ad. So if I'm already going to disappear for a little while and they do that, it actually makes it so everybody else can jump right on. So it's actually pretty beneficial, and I always forget about that. So in that case, I was going to jump away for a second, but there's also latency, and I kind of jumped right into clicking that button. So I'm sorry, I didn't actually have the audio to go with that. So sorry about that. But no, that's just the thing with Twitch. And I think there's like 30, 60, and 120. Ad revenue sucks. I don't care about that. I think it's like $3.50 per 1,000 views or something like that, which is like literally a couple dollars a month. It is nothing. It is bull crap Twitch revenue. So, but it forces people to watch when they join. So if I can remove that for an hour, that's pretty awesome. You never get ads when you join. If you have like ad blocker on, you probably are skipping over it. All right. This didn't crash the oven, did it?
It didn't crash the oven, no.
Why is it that anytime you cut it in thirds, like it starts with like the smallest and then medium and then largest?
Well, I suppose if you don't cut them all absolutely.
Didn't you get an ad? Oh yeah, you've been here for a while. Yeah, if you have some ad blockers, like I use Brave for my browser, it has a built-in ad blocker. Okay, well, for streams, personally, do whatever you need to do. I don't care, but
like a hot dog.
YouTube is the one I don't feel comfortable using ad blocker, so that's why I got YouTube Premium. Because on YouTube, at least from the YouTube side of things, that is really the only way that some creators get revenue. Definitely there's sponsorships and whatever, but some people that's not an option. Like for me, sponsorships aren't really a way, something that works with the content that I have. So YouTube ad revenue is something. So I don't like taking from those people. So that's why I do that. For Twitch, almost every Twitch person out there will tell you that ad revenue on Twitch is bullcrap and is really, really bad. I think YouTube you get 60% of ad revenue, which is, you get more than half of it, which is actually pretty good. Twitch it feels like they give you like 10. Twitch's cut on everything is just absolutely horrid. I'd rather have people here and enjoying themselves than just like watching ads. Been judged as my favorite streamer. Can you manually choose to watch an ad? I don't know. Maybe there is.
That's weird. I've never had to watch an ad when I was watching you.
You have an ad blocker?
No, I just sit in this chair.
Well, this stream is brought to you by Coca-Cola.
Oh no, they were gonna come eventually.
No, they're not.
This stream is brought to you by not
the letter H.
The letter A, yes. Let's count the H. 1, 7.
Mm-hmm.
The number Piccolo. That's my favorite number.
All right. I was trying to think for the lighting for this. I'm thinking that being that they just blown the door down, there's probably going to be other light associated with that. And I want to probably figure that out first before lighting her. And, well,
I like how they busted down that door, but they calmly closed the other door. Like the other door behind Luna is closed.
This one?
Yeah.
But this is a square door. That's a round door.
So they only break down square doors.
No, where they came from around the corner. Because you can see like the guards come from around the side. Are you not paying attention?
Oh, I guess I wasn't.
Why'd you pay the fourth best gray pony? Yes. Boris knows what's up.
Boris is wrong.
No, not. Okay, Honey in Squarespace, sure. Not Red Shadow Legend.
Man, Honey advertises on everyone's channel at this point. Like, they're everywhere. I'm fairly convinced they're a scam.
No.
I feel like they give you discounts on websites that already overcharge. That's my theory.
Doesn't mean you need to buy there.
Well, I won't.
Then don't use Honey.
I don't.
You don't need to use the service.
I won't.
Mr. Beast.
Yeah, he's their biggest advertiser. Like, I thought that guy already had enough money that he didn't need to, like, that kind of ad revenue.
His channel loses the money.
Does it?
Mm-hmm. So that's why he made a streaming channel and then something other channel to try to use the revenue that's made from that to help support the main channel. Okay, so I want Luna to be pretty bright, but I don't want this. So what we're going to do is, so that's enabled. We're going to turn on Uber Light. Expand these a little bit to make sure it's covering everything. And now I'm going to go drop the cutoff. But I want to bring back the far edge. And I want to have it so that she's basically lit fully, but the door back there is not. This is going to cause some lighting issues for the guards coming in. What I can do, because when the door blows in, I want to use some kind of like a smoke effect or something. So what I can do is have it where the intensity, it's 0 first. But no, actually, and speaking of like sponsorships though, do know that like you can make fun of the sponsorship, whatever, but most YouTubers make more money on the sponsorships than they do the ad revenue for YouTube. So most of them do it because it is if you want a YouTuber that spends 100% of their time on their content, YouTube ad revenue will never be a safe enough bet. If they can put out, a YouTuber say makes like 1 or 2 videos a week. A sponsorship deal is dependent on the size of your channel, but that is a consistent amount of money that you can depend on. While YouTube ad revenue varies so wildly. It is based on view count, time of the year, click-through rate, the type of ad that's on there. It's just too inconsistent. So, hello, Red.
I know Jacksepticeye I want a weird, interesting way about it. He started his own coffee company, and he advertises the heck out of it on his channel. So. Yeah, well, that's called diversification. Yeah, top of the morning coffee.
If you're a YouTuber and you only make your revenue on YouTube, you have 1 point of failure. That's not good.
I mean, that's most jobs, though, right?
$15 Yeah, to a degree, but well, kind of. You have 1 point of failure. But it's dependent on the company who's probably going to have multiple before they cut you.
I mean, the only thing that really doesn't have a single point of failure as far as, like, making money is if you're making all your money from the stock market. But you have to be fairly rich to make a living off of that.
Why does she lose light on her eye right here? Oh, it's the guard. Okay. That makes sense. Yeah, I thought 15.ai, we were using that just a couple days ago.
I kind of want to use 15.ai for something. I want to see if I can't mod ponies into that Rock Galacti, that dwarf game, whatever it's called. What? Don't look at me. Don't roll your eyes at me. I could change all the voice lines of the ponies with that program.
For this, we're doing Somber wants to take over the world, and he hires Trixie to do it. So he goes and murders Celestia, and then she comes back, and she's like, "I did the murder." And then Luna's really angry about it, and Somber's like, "You can go kill them too." And so she goes and does that. It's funny here when played. Made it sound really dark. 15.ai is an AI program that takes other audio bits and combine them to make a artificial voice.
It's touch and go at best. Sometimes it'll give you what you want, and sometimes it'll be all over the place. What it mostly is interesting proof of concept.
Somebody's school project, I thought.
Is that how it started?
I think because there's something with a university on it.
Mm. Well, they keep adding to it. And I'm kind of hoping they eventually add the male and female voices for the main characters from Fallout 4, because that would really help with the modding.
That seems really small.
It's very specific. I don't know if it's small.
No, but for the things that they've done, it has nothing in common with. I wanted to have Luna do like kind of an underlight, but I feel like doing such is going to be like this, which would be very specific to her. I just go with it. So basically, Trixie's a merciless killer that can't be stopped. That's what I'm getting. Yeah, I get it.
If I manage to get the free time, I'll download that mod, Sunset. It's just that I haven't had a lot of free time lately. I'm already the lowest ranked dwarf in our group.
Because you've been spending too long working on mod.
I know. I want to get that mod done so I can move on.
The next mod.
Yeah, ideally. I'm not 100% sure what I want to mod next, but it won't be Fallout 4.
I think what might actually work really well here is if I put a torch behind her.
It's a website.
Yep, 50. It's literally that's the website, 15.ai.
Mm-hmm.
I think if I put this like over here, I was thinking that Luna was going to be all serious and ready for war and see the face, and now I know that why Trixie was able to win because she's got knife.
All in the face.
It's all in the knife. It's a magic knife.
Did kill a princess.
Yeah, I kind of like that. Let's put this up a little bit higher. And then we'll take this one. Do that.
It is notable that the first voices 15AI did were pony voices. So whoever created that site's a brony.
Well, they've also basically just picked anything out of source, so they're steamed as well. Well, thanks, you Miss Dogan. How are you doing? I just got a Discord notification that you went live just now. I mean, the Discord notification I know went up a while ago because it said 2 for a while. This is actually open source music. I bought the rights to it because it was a Steam or a Humble Bundle thing, but they're really nice. I think it's Dark Fantasy Studio. This one called Blade Neont with Cornaline. That's a weird one, but it's from the Shadow Wheels CD. Mm. I wish there was some better way. Basically having a notification on about every medium I can possibly do. But now, because I put the light behind her, it actually makes sense to do some of these other lights I want to do. So,
if you animate something in Source Filmmaker and then you port it over to Blender, are you a Blender animator? Does that turn? does that make you a Blender animator? Because that's the thing. If you can animate in one, you can animate in the other one, pretty much. I think. Because Blender, between Blender and Source Filmmaker and Blender, they port pretty seamlessly. From my
it's like when people say, like, how hard is it to learn Java?
Yeah.
Like, do you know C++? It's like, yeah, like, and that's Java.
Yeah.
So all the programming languages, it's not the language that's hard to learn, it's the concepts. The languages take time, but once you learn one language, it's just about connecting the dots to the other ones. So.
Yeah. I mean, Source Filmmaker and Blender, they got people who can animate one or the other, but if you can do one or the other, then you're technically doing both, since the porting is pretty seamless. Okay.
I have no idea what you just said there, but that's a lot of words.
It is, and I worry that you are turning into what is it? Who was the actor who played in The Shining? Who went crazy? I should know him. He's old now. He was in lots of movies. He was Joker. I want to say Nick. Nick something.
Offerman.
Oh, Jack Nicholson. How did I not remember his name? It's the alcohol. I blame the alcohol.
He was the Joker?
He was the Joker in the Tim Burton version.
Oh, he was!
Yeah. He's in, like, a lot of stuff.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. Like, I had to think about it for a sec.
Yeah, like several people. Like, I should remember Jack Nicholson. He's a legend, and he owns, like, a lot of the studios in Hollywood. He just straight up owns them now. He makes buku bucks. I remember he was actually pissed he didn't get recast for the role as Joe. Oh, hi, Mid-Prim. I didn't realize one of the people saying Jack Nicholson was Mid-Prim. Hello.
Yeah, Mid-Prim. Now, the 1580 AI is... Every time you run it, it does the same thing, just spoken differently. And every now and then you can get some that just, they sound really, really good. But otherwise, sometimes you get them where you can tell it's robotic.
It's a roll.
But it's really close.
A roll of the dice every time you press that button. He is old and cranky, but he's very, very, very rich. He's probably one of the richer individuals in Hollywood. Just because he owns a lot of the studios that, like, Marvel and DC films are filming in. He just owns them. He owns the lots. Happy day indeed.
Happy day. That covers everything.
You're in my happy days.
How's your mother? Is she still doing fine?
It is normal Luna. They were asking if it was Nightmare Luna or normal Luna. And it is normal Luna. She's just in her armor. She does have, like, crazy streaks in her hair, though.
Well, thank you, Vodka. Jeez. We thank you very much. We did add an emote for you. I couldn't get a vodka one, so we added a booze symbol. Vodka just didn't look like vodka, just looked like a clear bottle. So we added booze. But thank you very much. I think it's better. Would that be Luna?
Just the Luna.
Mm-hmm. All right, better booze. Well, the reason I did Celestia's Royal Guards is thought is if Celestia was hurt, that the Royal Guard would probably be the ones called to help out. Not Luna wouldn't be like, no, you stay. Like they would want revenge. And in here it might work out better because I can just do easier lighting.
Do you think if Nightmare Moon took over, she would insist on everyone would call her like Nightmare Moon? Like you wouldn't want to be called Nightmare because that just infers you're evil.
Wait a second.
Yeah. Are you blaming Nightmare Moon on booze?
Mm-hmm.
It's fair. All praise Nightmare Moon.
I like it in that. I might have to have it be a sharper. Let's see if that works. Okay.
Oh, Nightmare Moon, as in like a chivalrous knight. I like that. It's even better than Nightmare Moon.
Can't add sunglasses to a bottle of booze. You see. It's good to hear she's doing fine.
Yeah, it's good. Good health all around. It's not that easy recently.
Table. Okay. So this is a eye light. All of their eyes are pretty dark. Oh yeah, that makes their eyes pop. Because the eyes are wet, so the idea is that they're going to be brighter than anything else because they're going to reflect the light back. Also, that it's just important that you can see eyes, so I kind of want them to be bright.
And that is how eyes work. They're supposed to reflect light.
Nightmare was originally. I like Nightmation. It's fun. I like it.
I mean, funny references.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So then for these, still need some a couple more in the back here. Don't need shadows on for this though. I probably don't need them on for the other ones too, but whatever. This door frame. So this light is here. So we want to make it so that you can see that there's light coming through. It's probably going to be more towards the top. Actually, can I just do like, I think I'm going to do it like this. So we're going to do like that maybe, but not as bright and not as far. I don't want to hit the ceiling. Okay. Then that is a nice rim.
Why does eyes are wet make you uncomfortable?
Hmm?
Sir Edward was saying that eyes are wet makes him uncomfortable.
My eyes are red is true, but makes me uncomfortable for some reason. I could have said like they're moist.
Oh my.
That is the bad word.
Moist is definitely the bad word. I'm pretty sure that's banned on Twitch. We're banned now.
No.
the word moist.
There are other words that are banned, but I'm not going to say them.
Well, yeah, clearly. Well, I'm just going to assume moist is banned, and every time I say it, it just brings us closer to the edge. Moist.
There's a couple words that are just the weird words that we don't speak. Moist, squat.
What?
Squat.
Why doesn't
Squat.
I think
Like what? Use a sentence with the word squat in it that doesn't sound weird.
I'm gonna call it like the evil Sasquatch.
It makes it better, but in a weird way.
Does it? Because he's not Sasquatch, he's Sasquatch. He's a sassy squat. That's the elusive
like
sassy squat.
Could be like a meteor again and the whole world. I think you wrote that animation in place of night and animation and then joined together. Ah, okay. I see where you're going with it. No, I like it. I think it works. I basically did the same thing. I took two words and mashed them together. So I like it for that because it allows you to do something that is unique and not taken other places, which is to me the important thing. Oh, these are going to be...
My online name's unique only because it's absolute nonsense.
Your toenail. That's
Toenail.
Everybody has one.
But now it's Teo now.
No, it's toenail.
It is toenail.
Because like you always
Depending on
confuse
what I'm
me
playing
because
on.
on Steam it's still toenail.
Yeah. Because that was my original name. Like
Yeah.
that's my
So you can change it.
I've had it since I was like 11 years old. Changing it
I have
now would
I
feel
have
like
10 of them.
weird.
I have 10. Yeah.
What is your oldest name that you played in a game? Like you gotta remember. Like what was the first game you played online? What was your name on it?
Thing is most of the game. Anytime I played anything online, I didn't have a username up until
Well, you had to have a character name. Or
most of the old games, you just went with the character that it was named. I didn't play any online games until I was well into high school, well past high school.
Well, my first online game was StarCraft, and that's where Toenail came in.
Oh, I found my original CD for that.
Did you? That's awesome.
Two
You know
of
that
them.
game's
I have
free
version
now.
1.05 and 1.05B. I don't know why I have two discs. And the expansions.
I had to buy that game twice because it got stolen.
And I have the original Warcraft. It runs on
Oh.
Mac OS and MS-DOS.
Ooh, MS-DOS.
Yes. I was going through some of my old discs. I found my Final Fantasy VII install CD and disc 1 for PC. Not the current version you can buy on Steam. It was the pre-version for PC from like 2 decades ago that you had to run the game completely on number pad.
Wow.
I played through the whole game on number pad.
Which game was this?
Final Fantasy VII.
Oh, yeah, I had that one too. It was awful.
So bad of
It was
controls.
so bad.
Oh my god, it was so bad.
You could get a controller to work for it, but you had to use third-party programs.
Yeah, and I wasn't smart.
No.
So I barely had a computer that would run that.
What? Did you play StarCraft Online? At all? when
Not
you were a
really.
kid?
No, I didn't have internet that would handle any of that stuff.
Well, I played it on dial-up. It worked.
Yeah, I know, but I had to have a dial-up connection that didn't have my parents interrupting or something.
Yeah.
We barely used any of that stuff.
If a phone call happened when you had dial-up, nobody any younger than us will remember the pains of playing a video game online and then have like a telemarketer call the house and it would just completely kick you off the internet because that's how it worked back in the day.
Well, they didn't auto answer. I thought it would just be a busy signal. I never had anybody calling disconnected. People picking up within the same house would be like suddenly you'd like hear or you'd go to connect to the internet when somebody was on the phone and you didn't realize that. So there'd be times where I start hitting the button and then I hear my grandma in the background and my mom going like, "We're on the phone!" And you hear it through the computer and be like, "Oh, crap."
Oh, I made the most awful noise, and I can't imagine there was any reason for all that noise. Like they just decided it was going to scream at you.
No, they just were playing back the same noise that was going through the line, which
Yeah.
didn't make any sense to me while you were
There's
playing
no
through.
reason
They
for
could have
that.
just said on there that it was doing something, but it was something nostalgic. I like when computers scream at me now.
Could you imagine if all the data on your computer was constantly being turned into audio and it was just screaming at you the entire time? That's what dial-up did. It just screamed. It was awful.
It's animation. It's It's Luna comes through a door, and then she realizes she stubs a toe, and she's like, ah. I probably should retime that. I still think this is going a little long.
The question is, why does she have toes?
I can't move her back too far. No. I can. So where does she end up? She stops right here. Because I can... I'll play with that later. I need to... Hold on. First thing I played around Windows 95, my favorite game. Yeah, I used to go to my neighbors and we play like Magic the Gathering on PC. There's an old RPG that was a lot of fun. Duke Nukem 3D. We would do a lot of map making on that while listening to No Doubt. Very 90s. A lot of Super Nintendo games. He actually had a Windows computer. We had like a DOS-based computer and then later got a Mac. But
my first computer was Windows 3.1.
It kind of does look like a fish tank.
It does.
It's Rathalos.
I kind of wish you had a fish tank, but I'd probably play with the fish until they all died. If you had one.
So wait, let's summarize this. You're like, I wish you had a fish tank so I could murder them.
I don't want them to die. I would just be like, you want
How do you play with fish?
Like, when I was a kid, I was horrible. My parents had a fish tank, and I would take the fish net. They had to take the fish out of the tank, and I would take them out of the tank so I could get a closer look at them and play with them.
And you still do that now?
I feel like there'd be a part of me that would want to do that.
I could see you coming in. You'd be like, "Look, I got a remote control car for it." And his little fish is like flopping on the inside.
Yes, he driving.
He's got four wheels.
He go boom.
The fish, he go left and then he go right. And no, he's not moving.
Fishy, no. Poor fishy. I murdered fish.
Michael is a very dark individual.
No, I was playing with the fish. They're just really bad at breathing oxygen. It's their fault if you think about it. They should have learned to breathe like air.
Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Now I gotta remember which monster was which hero it was in Dota had the good wind. It was like a smoke effect. It's somebody here that has like a really, really, really good effect.
Looking for like a shadow effect?
There's like a smoke and poof. There's somebody that had a really good one.
I think Warlock would have like.
We'll try Windrunner. That's not really what I'm looking for. And one of them had a really good like cartoony type effect.
That would kind of work.
Oh.
Well, who's this effect for? Is it Sombra or Luna?
Blow the door on.
Oh, the door.
I'm hoping that when I run across it, I remember it. Because I remember finding it and being like, ooh. And now I can't remember who it was. I forgot. I thought the reason it started with an M, but none of those are standing out to me. Night Stalker? How about Pudge?
Hey, Pudge.
Oh, you
Warhorse, we're waiting until the show's over to watch it all at once.
Oh yeah, we're not gonna make a whole day just watch it one episode. We're probably gonna hold off for the other one. That's what we're doing before. It bugs me. I can't remember the name now.
I don't know what you're looking for, so I cannot help.
A puff of smoke.
There's lots of puffs of smoke. You're looking for a very specific.
Yeah, I'm looking. Oh, Bounty Hunter. I think that's it.
There's some.
There it is.
There you go.
But that's kind of like a whoosh.
That's more of a threw down a smoke bomb.
But that's Windwalk part. So there should be a full Windwalk. That's this.
It's got like a spark at the beginning of it.
Well, the spark is removable. But it's got some lingering smoke. I might load that in and as a part. Oops. I hate going through this list. Oh, but it's right at the front.
I think there's only 2 episodes this season's over. Isn't that right? There's just this week's episode and next week's episode, and then
I'm guessing 10. That's 10. What tends to be what they do. Yeah, I'm guessing there's 2 more for where they are right now. 2 is probably going to make sense to finish the season for Expanse.
So just do your best not to watch.
You didn't miss anything important. Kind of just most of the animating for this is kind of done, and all I really did was just have them run in through the door. I just pathed them a little bit weird. Grabbed an other Luna run, which didn't actually work on this model. I don't quite like it exactly, but it's the lazy version. But I might replace her at least head. And that's why I tried doing that before, but the problem is I can't remove the head, because to do that I would have to hide the body texture, which would hide the rest of the body. So I have to figure out the best way to go about that. This is smoke.
Is there not another model you could have used that has the armor?
No. There's only one that has the armor.
Interesting.
It's because it's just a part of the model.
Yeah. I feel like that would be easily remedied. I feel like I could add that armor to any model.
But why? But the amount of time it would take you to do that, I could fill that armor into another model.
I think the only issue would be like taking different parts of different models and combining them together to make it work. Might not make one of the mod makers happy.
There are no.
Or the mod makers.
I'm not modifying the model.
I know you're not. I was thinking of doing it.
But again, I always try to balance it off out of could I do something to make it save or to make it work? Well, yeah, I could modify the model, but the amount of effort it would take would be way more than me just making something work in SFM. So I go for the lower effort version, and that is not enabled. All right, so we got Flash. That's definitely one to shut off.
Yeah, please.
Pulse. So that one is also going to be one to shut off.
All these are seizure warnings.
Smoke, mushroom, sparks. We're going to shut off. And then there's still one other Flash. Is that init? Yep. So you're not having SFM full screen? Oh, yeah, I must have moved something. Sorry. But actually, there is a full screen too. So I can do this. The reason that actually, hold on, my follower list is gone. There we go. Reason I don't though is if I go back and forth for stuff, it just makes it harder to pay attention. So I tend to. Oh, that is the wrong button.
Wait, what is that?
Game mode.
Follower list.
I tend to just do this so that you can at least see what other stuff is open or whatever. And plus, then it allows me to put the little follower thing down here and have it be out of there. So, yeah, it's game mode, so I could. If I hit record, it will go to game mode and let me walk around and animate in actual motion and whatever. And just other benefits.
I was more curious about that follower list you had up there for a second.
The what?
The follower list. You brought it up because you said it was gone, and then I don't know where it went.
Follower list?
Yeah.
This thing?
Yes. Your followers, Jack Nicholson, Danny Lloyd,
Shelley Duvall.
You got some pretty high-end followers.
Yeah. My favorite Tony Burton. He's me and him are real close.
Yeah,
for sure.
Whoever.
Barry Nelson. Yeah, for sure.
I'm pretty sure he's probably dead.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I speak to him through my Ouija board.
Creepy. kind of making me want to watch The Shining again. I don't think I've ever sat through that whole film. I think I've seen it in pieces. I think I've seen the whole thing, but never all at once.
It's a much bigger effect than I thought. Why does it go so quick? Because it goes like to the end of it, and then it's like whoosh.
His horses just destroy that door.
Yeah, the smoke. Where's the smoke? Oh,
turn it off.
No, it's at 1. It's like, why does it go?
I see it. It's right there.
Well, I don't think I crashed it.
Oh, did you try to load in a derpy? Because that'll crash it.
No, there was something here. It was just shooting it upwards, but it wasn't showing that effect. So something was being weird there. Yeah, I'm thinking it was just something was busted.
The movie Her. I don't think I've seen that one. Or horse, you're up.
Well, yeah, it is the second crash. The first was because of Michael. Thanks for the phone.
It was. I touched a button and it crashed.
Yeah, so you learned your lesson. You know, now that I've added the points, you are not allowed to touch until the points are spent.
I can't control myself when you go to the bathroom. Out of context, that sounds so bad.
I'm a little concerned now. I do have to redo a couple things on this, but at least it is recovered.
But yes. Mike will never learn. You're not entirely wrong.
That's his life.
Yes. I gotta make the same mistake at least 10 times before I learn. And then I start to consider.
Okay. I've had stuff before that kind of like
but at least
I've had stuff before where it's like, oh well, you lost all that work. I'm like, yeah, but most of the work was just spent trying to figure out how to get A to B, and now that I know where B is, it's just quicker.
That was my entire stream when I tried to stream this weekend. Was just me trying to figure out how to get to from A to B, and then I got to B after the stream was over. So I felt like it was almost a wasted stream, but which I'm hoping that my next stream will do that.
It still does it, and it crashed again. So I'm thinking that particle is not a good thing.
It is,
and it is constantly playing the audio. I'm just gonna shut that off for you for a sec. Oh, there we go. Okay, stop.
At least Blurred Blah's not here. He would have clipped it, and then I would have never lived it down.
Point value of Michael's in charge lower? No, because that's no.
No, me being in charge is never a good thing.
The in charge thing is expensive, and it is only allowed once per stream. So there's not like a full day of takeover.
I wouldn't know what to do with a full day. Because this is his project, not mine.
So yeah, I think that particle there's something broken with it. Because nothing else has broken with this. So I'm thinking that particle itself is causing it, which is it's fine. I like that particle effect, but I'm really not liking. It's not providing the detail that I want. Oh, is that my folder? Yeah, I don't want my folder. So units are going to be the best because the attacks are going to be the best kind of impact clouds. Who sounds like they'd have a good magnetar? Like
I thought the warlock would have a good smoke effect. That's just like
constant. Mm-hmm. Which I can have that be as a lingering thing afterwards, which I probably will need. Elder Titan usually might have like a smash down with his fist. I don't know what these characters are, so I'm just taking guesses.
I don't think I've ever played Dota.
I haven't either.
I played a little bit of League of Legends, but I didn't really enjoy it.
Well, no, League of Legends is a horrible game.
It's not that it's a horrible game. It's just filled with horrible people that take it way too seriously.
That's the problem.
Yeah, but the brony fandom doesn't like get irately mad when you hang out with them for whatever reason. Yeah, there's best pony fights, but they're all settled as soon as Derpy gets in the mix. Derpy!
Oh, thank you, Vodka.
You gave me Derpy
It's
vodka.
Cupcake. How much for Mike to steal Argo's entire channel?
No.
Oh, come on. You're going to spend the whole $350,000 for an entire Mike steals the channel. No, because I knew that would happen. Somebody would save up, and it might be a year from now, but then suddenly it's going to be like,
a whole day.
all right, well, this week is Michael, like, you keep spending it, like, stream's supposed to end at 9, it's like 11:30, and Michael's crying, and you can see the mascara draining down his face.
Yeah, and I complete a video. That's how long I'm sitting there, and like, I guess we'll upload it to the Argos channel. Wouldn't that be a treat?
Oh no, I would pull the power.
Oh, just you're putting a stop to it before it gets out of hand.
What's something that's like a centralized explosion, which really just any type of walrus punch? Okay.
That is a strange game.
That seems a little bit out of context. Sure. It seems that the final dictatorship plan has failed. You cannot take over the stream with money.
Shut down before it could even begin. No, but League of Legends was, I don't know, people just can't play the game to have fun. People take it way, way, way too seriously.
The problem with any game that's competitive is that you're normally going to go against another team to where on average you are going to win half the time that you lose.
Yeah.
And most people want that win streak. But but that means you also have to have lose streaks. And normally if a game is just not entertaining enough for me to deal with the people that would just go negative against that. We've had a lot of we played Halo online for a while, but in there our fun was it was playing with each other. And so even if we lost, we just enjoyed being able to just mess around in the game as a team. But like playing solo, not so much, because I put more stress on myself. So yeah, I think that's why we play more like co-op games.
I don't think it's healthy in any game to go into the game with your goal to be winning the game. As weird as that sounds, I think your goal should just be to have fun. Like, if your goal is to win the game, then you're going to have bad times a lot of the time, because you're not always going to win. But if your goal is to go into the game and just have fun, regardless of the outcome, you're gonna enjoy yourself every
and
time.
people in League of Legends are probably going to say that too, but then they're in the middle of there when they're screaming and yelling, like, when you say you're having fun, you're like, I'm having fun!
Yeah, because they're not.
Yeah, but
they've gone into it with the expectation of winning.
And a lot of times you start in the game playing it
That's
on...
the smoke effect.
There's just a single smoke though, and I'd have to actually cover it up so you can't see the screen. I need so many of them. It's where when you start out and you start at a lower rank, you're a decent gamer, you're probably going to just roll through early on, so you're going to win a lot, which gives you the expectation that you're going to win a lot. And I had a lot of friends that played through League of Legends, and they eventually got to the point where they were doing the 50-50 thing, and they were complaining to high hell because they weren't winning enough. But you can't win on average more than 50% on a tiered game before eventually hitting other people that are going to also be as good as you and be winning 50%. And it's just there was a lot of screaming.
Yeah, that's never
Take
good.
effort. Mike stream month. Yeah, if you guys saved up enough, it could be one per stream, but that would be a lot of points. I wanted to at least have something on there that was fairly expensive, just as a fun save up point if people would.
You just want to get rid of all those points that some people have like stocked up.
But now I have to be extra careful about like playing around with the prediction thing, because it means that somebody could easily just build up 200,000 points. There's one kind of smoke up here.
Thank you, Hunter Kong.
Oh yeah, thank you, Hunter Kong. Mike stream month, you say? Yes.
Like I said, if you want to see me stream, I am going to try to start streaming on the weekends. I can't give an exact time because I have other weekend plans as well, but
You do?
well, with the games in the mornings.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, those are plans. Wait, so this I have this Streamly taxes payment.
More
Yes.
derpies.
More derpy. Yeah, like,
Yay,
yes,
derpies.
There's lots of derp.
You gotta have all the
Thank you.
derps.
What was it doing? Okay, I
For
mean,
derp.
I have this like thing where I think was it Dire Effects I went to? Like this tends to be my go-to for stuff because this has a lot of good explosion stuff, but I actually forgot what it was like under smoke and smoke lore. Oh no, not that one. Smoke lore. Okay, I'm gonna assume that this one might work at least for the smoke thing.
I think what happens, Warhorse, is I get control of the stream for 15 minutes.
So it's a free. Oh yeah, because I was doing it for a little bit there. Like, if I hadn't ate yet and there was food or I needed to go get something, I would let him take over for 15 minutes, and people apparently found that entertaining. So I made it an option. So if people want to, they can pay for that for some reason. But I made it expensive.
So how much would they have to spend for me to not only create something, but then to upload it to your YouTube channel?
That would be $35,000 as well.
So $35,000.
Because no.
See this, guys? He's like suppressing creative art.
What?
Like suppressing my art. Like you don't want it uploaded to the internet on your channel.
I don't think it's considered like violating your free speech by saying you can't post videos on my YouTube.
But they
My First Amendment right.
I mean, the Remembrance would have been so good with Twilight in the Socks.
Oh, that's my life saving sound. Well, doesn't that require you being dead? Oh no, I'm thinking like life insurance.
Life insurance.
That got dark. Everyone needs to save up for Mike month, yes.
$35,000
saving sound. Well, if your life savings is like $3, then no.
I have a life savings of 24 cents.
Honestly, I think I like about SFM animation is how nice the ponies look in SFM. I wouldn't mind if Gen 5 ended up being made in SFM. I don't know about SFM. I think SFM's a great thing with the ponies that the ponies have a cartoonish style, and SFM is built for a cartoonish style. So that, like from the TF2 and stuff, so they mesh together well. That's why Blender doesn't work so well sometimes. It looks Uncanny Valley because you're starting to get towards realistic, but not, and it's that weird thing.
And we've seen like Boulder Studio, who's in charge of animating ponies now. We've seen their 3D animations with ponies because of the Pinkie Pie thing. And it's kind of meh.
I think they're neat, but if they made a whole like episode or something series out of
lot of them at this point.
I know, but if they made like they said season 5, here it is, I'd be like,
there's at least 45 minutes of that stuff at this point.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd like that as much.
No.
I would prefer SFM over that.
If that animatic that came out.
Oh, thank you again, Vodka. Jesus.
Jeez, Vodka. If that
I can't make any more emotes. I'm locked at 5.
Did you see that animatic I posted on the horse spoilers channel?
Oh, I don't check horse spoilers.
Oh, okay.
Because I don't like spoilers.
Well, there was an animatic that leaked that's supposedly the animatic for the opening to the G5. And if the animation style is that, which is essentially just G4 button Toon Boom, then I will be happy. That the animation style I'm hoping to see in G5 more than anything else that we've seen so far is what we saw in Rainbow Road Trip. If we got that, I would be immensely happy. But we'll see.
I can't actually do that. So we'll do 110 and double 99 is 198.
Because that was Boulder Studios that made Rainbow Road Trip, and they are the ones in charge of the animation for ponies now.
Rainbow Road Trip is good.
Mm-hmm.
They were the Fargo ponies. Hello. Yeah, and then they had the best pony.
What? The Derpies? He was in it for like a second.
No, the kerfuffle.
Oh, kerfuffle. She was a good pony.
She was
good.
double fuff.
And I mean, I feel like there is some evidence that is the direction they're going to go with G5. Or at the very least, I want to believe that's the direction they're going. It was animated by Boulder Studios. And the animatic kind of felt like that was heading in that direction. If they did that, I would be freaking ecstatic.
Okay, so these go out at a set speed.
Guess I'm going to be getting
velocity noise. So if I decrease this velocity, does it decrease the distance that it travels?
Rainbow Dash is best main 6. I'll give you that.
I think it does. But now I need to also take the size, and we're going to shrink it down. Okay, that is too small, but I think I do need to shrink this. Oof, that is way too big. Okay, still need to get it. Oh, so this is it in the circle? No. Modify offset random.
Jeez, vodka.
Well, here again, vodka. Jesus. You're just tossing those left and right. Well, congrats to... Now it's even. Oh, Jesus. Well, thank you very much. You said so many of those. I know everybody appreciated it. Thank you very much. Who got that? Bearded one. Congrats, Bearded one.
Probably not even in the stream.
No, they were here.
Are they?
No. Oh,
wow.
And now Mystican's doing it as well.
Warhorse.
Don't be competing. Warhorse and Clash Wolf. Congrats. Well, thank you guys very, very much. Now you guys have booze too. Dang, calm down.
Yeah,
it's a war now. At this point, we'll all be subs. Actually, I was on one earlier where they ran out of people on stream that had sub, and it started just passing it to followers.
Mm-hmm.
It was
I was one of
yeah, he was one of. He wasn't even on the stream, and he got a sub. It was because I'm like, wait, he's here, and he wasn't. It was just it starts polling, so it was weird. I didn't even know that was a thing. No, I was gonna do. Dad's gonna have a party. Italian disappeared. Yeah. No, there was. Is it oscillate vector? I should set that off anyway because it's probably going to throw it. Oscillate vector is if you always have problems with particles going weird times on render and not in preview, turn off anything with oscillate. Okay, so that's fine. Why am I having? Is it? Okay, that actually. That kind of does that have a distance? No. I'm going to shut it off anyway. No, there should be. What, is random force? That's a direction. Yeah, I don't want to falling away. The great sub war. I've heard about Dr. Wolf before, but I've never seen any of his videos. I think I've seen bits and pieces of his videos. I actually sat next to him on a bus.
Really?
We were on a shuttle back. I was at BabsCon and I was on a shuttle. And I sat next to him, and I had this awkward moment where I'm like, I know your name, but I can't remember it. And I legitimately, for like 5 minutes, couldn't remember his name. And he waited patiently until I actually caught it.
He seems like a very patient individual.
Yeah, he was fun. And then I was playing around my phone. And he realized who I was then, and so then everybody on the bus kind of had a little bit of fun conversation. But yes, I've sat next to him. He's a pretty cool dude.
Seems very chill.
It's the war of subbing. No, I appreciate it, you guys. You guys are awesome. Thank you very much. This month has been really, really good. In big part because of vodka, but I brought up before that YouTube revenue is always 50% in January. So this month was a lot lower of money coming in. December was enough to, at least because I'm bringing on an editor, it's enough to keep that going for a little bit. But it was going to be a little harder for the next couple months to try to keep up on the things and plans that I want to do. So I appreciate it. Thank you very much. And thanks for the follow, Ghost. And then I can't figure out, like...
Yeah. Dr. Wolf is famous because he's actually on the DVD box art of one of the Equestria Girls
Well,
releases.
Yeah, that was funny.
That was hilarious. So they have the intern working on the box art.
Because this is all spawning within this whole location here, and I'm trying to remember. Oh, there it is right there. Okay, so position previous. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cheat this. I'm going to turn this off because I don't care on this. We're going to just remove those, and we're going to instead add position within sphere random. And we are going to increase that distance to, like, let's say 50? No more than that. Let's say 300. Ooh, too much. 200? It's not really centered at the middle. I think that'll work for what I want, because the main thing is I want to have a little bit of smoke that is stronger right at the center, and then the much bigger one that lingers afterwards, which is what this is doing. Arsma's famous words, our animation is hard. Or I can cheat this. That was also a pretty popular one for a while. Because I will find shortcuts galore on stuff anytime possible, because it just makes things easier. Stupid face.
Booze and coffee go really well together.
I was actually going to rename that stupid face too, because it's just like stupid stuff, because I'm having way more fun with the lip syncing stuff.
Just make all the guards' heads big. Just make all the guards' heads big, and they'll run through with like big bobbly heads.
Oh, hold on. Let's see what we'll do. Let's turn off the audio here. Where is here we'll do guard. It's guard 3. 4. Okay.
Wait, right. Didn't Stupid Face used to be 500?
No, so it's been 1,000.
No.
Okay, so we'll do. Hold on. Okay, so it's like the guards wait, where is he? Okay, here we go. It's like, why can't I see his face? Why is he not? We should be able to see his face. I have the wrong one selected. I don't want guard 3. I want guard. Where is this? The front one? Okay, I want guard 2. Go away, guard 3. Nobody likes you.
Wow.
Okay. Okay, there we go. I got guard 2. So then, so they bust through, and he's like, "Okay, guys, there's ice cream. We're gonna get some ice cream." And then this guy from behind, he's like, ice cream. He's over. You could see him over there. He's like, look at me, mom. What, mom? You can't see me. Where is it? Where am I? Hello. Where am I? Oh, he's I think I broke him. Where'd he go? Oh, there he is.
He's screaming.
He's like, where's the ice cream? He's like he doesn't see it. And so then he's like, this. He goes, there's no ice cream in here, guys. We gotta go home. And so then they go run backwards. And then this guy's like, I'm sorry, everybody. Oh, wait, he's not talking. This is because he's apparently he broke his mouth. There he goes. There he's like, no, where? Oh, I can't lip sync backwards.
Oh no.
Oh, okay. Well, that's okay. Well, so then they decide that we're gonna escape out the front. He's like, okay, we'll go get pretzels.
I like the idea that Luna got them all to charge into war. It was like, I bought you guys ice cream, but those guys took it and they said you can't have any. It'd be like, what? And
then evil Luna starts coming to the door, and she's like, and then she's like, wait, that's a guard. We need to grab Luna. Okay, and then she's like, I like yarn. I sew. Sewing is nice. I knit sweaters. And then she's like, oh, I left the oven on, and then she leaves. She's like, I'm sorry, I didn't. I'm sorry about your door. I'm gonna fix that.
It'll be fair.
But the door requires a sacrifice. Apparently the sacrifice has been made. Hold on, wait, I'm breaking the door. Wait, there you are. Oh, hello. Okay. And so she's the guard. The guard looks over at her, and he looks over, and he kind of smiles, and then and he gets a little closer.
Oh no, creeping.
A little closer. And Luna's a little bit little worried. She's unsure as to what is going on here.
You want smooches?
And she's like, what are you doing? And then I forgot which guard he is. He's this guard. And then he looks over. He's like, day is better.
Wow.
And then he ceases to exist. and then she's she's happy. And also crazy. Just night's better. I rule. I am the queen.
And night.
I'm night your waifu.
Wow.
And then the door closes.
She is most best princess.
All right, good night, Emmanuel. I was running out of things with that one. Oh god, how many undos do I have to do?
That's how it ends.
What do I have to undo? I gotta make sure I'm not undoing crap.
Can't see behind the door.
What am I undoing?
I don't know. I'm not really sure what you've done in this stream.
I don't know either.
Like, what have you done in this stream?
Oh, I was moving the particles around.
We were looking for a good.
No, this whole scene. We're working on this whole scene. Okay, are the guards doing anything weird? I'm gonna assume no. Okay, they don't have open mouths, and she is like
I see the smoke particles.
Yeah, that like I was watching.
You did add those.
Nice looks fucking high. She is. Would you look at? I have 420 points. That's a number. Wow, you guys took a lot there. I just wasn't that. I get caught up in the moment. It's ice cream, not ice cream.
Ice cream for ice cream.
Let's see here. Okay, yeah, the door. Bam. So I have this particle effect that comes up, and with the light on, it's still not strong enough. So I basically want to have this be completely blocking as much light as possible. So to do that, and there is something I learned interesting. So normally, I always just went off of 255 being the highest on the alpha. I did find that you can go higher, which makes no sense. But you are able to go above 255, which is kind of funny.
Does it just make it like a solid wall of smoke?
Well, it's more of, you can take something that's fully visible and you can remove some of the visibility, but how do you increase its visibility past 100%?
Make the colors less invisible.
The
alpha.
But it was doing it before when I was using an additive. Something that has an additive to it, so that already has a light that was putting on there, so it could potentially add on to that. So now I'm curious with this one, does it let me go above the number? It does. It just does not look right because it can't fade anymore. It's forcing the fade to even be too strong. See, now it actually fades out. So, okay. So this one does work for some things. Since when do the guards break down the door? They just do.
Yeah, it was one of my biggest criticisms of Pony was that the guards were always so freaking useless. Until like the last few episodes, they actually did show them trying.
Okay, so I still feel like that is not enough. So what you can do to also increase it is just paste the same particle effect. And that will do it too. I'm going to paste it a third time. This one I'm going to change. So this is the seed. And so if I copy paste it and it has the same seed, it's going to move all exactly as any other particle would. But if I change its seed like this, then it is not going to be a duplicate. It's going to be the same particle, but it's going to be in different positions. So by having the same seed, it will basically double up and layer on top of each other, making it harder to see through. In this case, now I've added another one where it's not a duplicated layer, but it is just more smoke in the area. The door stop wanting to door. Hello, Wondrous. The guards are just there to look good. They don't have any combat skills. Aw. Well, yeah, all they're really doing in here is they're running in, and then Trixie's gonna catch up them.
Oh no, that kind of implies something horrible, that the guards are just around as eye candy for the princesses. They're just a bunch of male models they hired on as like security. That's why they're so useless. They're just pretty.
They're like the Chippendales hire on.
Yes, they're essentially just a bunch of Chippendale dancers that are hired on as guards to like be around the princesses. The princesses have their own harem.
They're like, God, can you go and get me a coffee? Like when he's halfway out the door, she's like, can you come back, please?
Yes.
No, walk out again.
Get the coffee on the low shelf. Yes, lower, better. It's just like, no. It makes so much sense though. Now we know why they're so useless. They're just eye candy for the princesses.
Bad Mike.
No.
That's what Chad said.
This headcanon of mine now brings everything into context. It fits so perfectly.
I don't like that. I think I'm going to keep these at 2 and 4. Wait. Oh yeah, it was lifetime. I'm thinking fade for some reason.
Yeah, everybody's accepting my headcanon. It'll become the new norm. The guards are just a bunch of pretty horses that they keep around.
What else do you use royal guards for? Fodder? Really, that's everybody in Equestria outside of the main 6 is fodder. Even Celestia.
I feel like she could do more, but she's too busy ogling her guards to actually be productive. Oogling? Is it oogling or ogling? I don't know.
Oogling? No, that's what you do on the internet for like web searches.
I'm gonna go oogle something.
We're gonna delay this by like still a second and a half. That was a little delayed. I want to do. Let's try 44. So I think this is the lingering smoke effect. Yep. So it's kind of a little bit in her face, which is fine because then we just change the seed until it matches kind of what we're looking at. Though it should be fine.
Now I'm just imagining, like, instead of, like, if this was humans, just a bunch of Chippendale dancers just smashing through the door. Just dressed scantily.
They all have ball gags.
Oh no. Luna's into some weird stuff.
Well, she was interrupted and had to come here quick.
They didn't have time to change.
Argo, what will the audio be for this animation? So there is there's a whole bunch of talking and stuff at these parts.
It's time to kill someone.
So there's a bunch of talking bits. I have actual like just background ambient audio to play out in the middle of it, but there's a full lot of lip syncing here. Way to go. All right, see you later, Spider. Does this mean Luna and Celestia have an armor kink?
Well, see,
maybe they may be really. Well, apparently, one of them really likes gold, and the other one literally likes purple.
like their armor transforms them all into looking like the same pony, essentially. Like, I know the it's implied, anyways, that the fat ponies are just transformations of Pegasus from the armor they wear in the show. And I'm just thinking that Luna and Celestia both have like ex-boyfriends, and they just have armor that transforms all of their guards into looking like their exes or something. It's sad, really, when you think about it.
You have more headcanon than I think anybody I know.
It's fun. Especially when no one's on fire, like Applejack's parents.
Mm-hmm. No, somebody needs an explosion. Does anybody know Dota as to who does like booms? Is there like a goblin something? No, gyrocopter maybe. Kind of cheap. This might work.
No, it would be bad for me to write a fanfiction war horse.
Why?
It was just a very bad idea. It would be sad.
It'd be all derpy.
Yeah,
And sad. Actually, I could. There's a fic I could like find right now that would just be your fic. This is like a super sad story about shipping with Derpy, and his Derpy is
Why
like
would it be
having a
sad?
very rough life.
No, it would be happy,
Because it's
though,
perfect.
again.
It's sad and it's shipping with
No,
Derpy.
it would have to be happy, though.
And it's from the first person.
Because Derpy.
I'm surprised that the pony's name isn't like Michaelmon.
Derpy. Somebody got us a Derpy.
Yes, more Derpy. Thank
More
you, thank you,
Derpy.
Vodka.
We're just screaming Derpy.
Just
Derpy. Derpy.
it's like we did before when we were just like everybody spam Michael face. Yeah, everybody like here.
No, this is a bad idea.
We need Michael face.
No. Didn't that cost like 5,000 points or something?
No, we need Michael
Even
face.
one of those.
We need tons of Michael face.
we need more
We need to
Derpy.
support Michael, not Derp.
Derp. Why don't you have a Derpy?
No. Yes,
gets
there we go. There's
fine.
some Michael face. Look with booze.
Mike does drink heavily. Life has forced him to drink.
Just look at you. They all love you, Michael.
If it was only Derpies.
That is like oh my God.
4 derps.
That is so many Michael faces.
I don't even want to see my own. That's at least too many faces. 2 is too many.
I love so out of all those Michael faces, Easy's had so many Michael faces that it literally said it was spam and it said allow. I almost clicked yes. I'm sorry, I
My
missed
face is the color of spam, so that does make sense.
So yeah, I think I'm gonna go with gyro guided missile explosion. Okay. Give me a second, I want to get this before I look at anything. Guided missile explosion. Okay. That'll be at 43.5, I think. Fire the rocket!
Slips a rainbow dash into that one.
God, there's some. The one point of the stream we're spamming is allowed. Yeah, I don't care. I don't even really mind. I don't. Spamming to me is more of a problem if it's being used to prevent the ability for anybody else to actually interact in a meaningful way, which normally means one or two people, or it's unprovoked, or if they're asked to stop and they don't. But here we all kind of just started it, so, and I'm still able to keep up with watching stuff. Otherwise, if you're having fun, I don't care.
I wonder who drinks more coffee. You think it's you or me?
I only drink 2 cups a day. Technically, my coffee cup that's over there, it's 1 cup of that, because I technically have it like more concentrated. So it's half a cup of coffee, but it's way more coffee in that one.
I only have 1 cup on the weekdays, so you probably beat me.
Yours might be bigger, but if it's a K cup, there's less coffee that is being run through than mine. I'm using 20 grams of coffee for like that much coffee. So it's super thick, but I like it. I love it.
Just drinking.
All right, we've got level 24 on the top list video. What is? Oh,
the top 25. You got 2.
Oh, you're talking the top 25 videos for the year? Yeah, we got number 2. If you're talking about that, got level 24. If you're talking level 24, then I guess yeah, I can see where you're coming with. I think that's the only one I had on there. I didn't start watching till late, so I don't know. Mm-hmm. I didn't even pay attention either, so I'm not sure. Oh no, so, I think Alexander was you. Yeah, I think you were watching and having and letting me know if I was popping up, and it was just at the end. We watched it though. I don't know how anyone could stand the smell of coffee. The smell of coffee, even if you don't like the flavor of it, normally people are okay with the smell of it. It's just an acquired thing, and I spend a lot of time making my coffee and making it right, because I think most people that don't like coffee are the ones that are used to the very American way of making coffee, which is just brown sludge that tastes like crap.
I love that brown sludge now that I'm older. But when I was a kid, I told you my first encounter with coffee was just coffee and cigarette ashes mixed together. So it kind of turned me off the coffee for a while.
Okay, for one, I think her eyes...
Well, J.F. Haller didn't give anybody anything. He put up a vote, or Little Film Shy probably actually put up the vote.
Saw J. Haller give Minty the first place. You have to get paid the same. Oh, yeah. Well, actually, Minty donated more than me.
Right.
So
it's all paid.
But I thought it was worth the donation of $5 to that just for that joke, because it was funny. No, it actually is weird, because that when it comes to like that voting thing, I have known Jay for years. I mean, he lives just a couple miles from me, so we've hung out quite often. And so when it comes to that top 25 stuff, it's always a little like, I don't think we've ever had anybody like try to state that anything was bought or anything. He always gave like vote numbers and everything. So
can't buy Jay Haller. He's a man of integrity. There's kinda, as far as I'm aware.
So the one thing with her eyes, and it's probably not something you're going to notice, is that there is a level of detail that's turned on, meaning that as I zoom out further and further, it's actually losing quality in the eyes. It's getting slightly faded and lower texture quality. And I can kind of tell, because if I go to about here, when a texture starts shrinking, sometimes at areas of high contrast, it'll create like a white line, and I can see that just barely along the edge right here. And as I zoom in, that white line goes away, because now I'm seeing it at its original texture. So I want to shut that off, because eyes should not have that on. So we are going to...
Luna has weird pupils. She's like half Nightmare Moon in this.
It actually doesn't matter which one I grab, but I like grabbing the body. So we're going there. And then...
Little Horse.
We're going to open the game model. Go back to this go to materials, paste, and then people left, and I'm guessing I am not using the standard pupil. I am using a different pupil. Which pupil am I using?
Is there really a different eye for left and right, or is it just the same one copy pasted?
Is it literally just pupil left? No, that's the normal one. So, but I'm pretty sure it was the underscore N. Oh, there we go. Eyeball RN. So it's this one. Okay. So in this one, we want to say no map, no level of detail. Save. And then left N. No map, no level of detail. Save. Now, that white line will disappear. This space for rent. This message is highlighted. Yes. No, the message is highlighted. No, it's not. I don't believe you. All right. You're going. Oh, you've gone to night. If you went to night, mage, and good night. That okay. That was a lot of words. All right. Now, okay. Yep. The white line is gone. So now it is nice and crisp and clear. So it is using the full size texture at any distance now, instead of trying to save processing by shrinking it down to lower its quality at a distance. Again, most things, not a worry. Body textures are often actually done that way. And it doesn't matter because most of the time it's just flat color. It will probably increase processing or help in that regard. But in this case, I do want a sharp eye. Though I don't know if I'm going to keep those eyes because, well, for one, if I change to the other Luna models, it's not going to matter anyway. But
I mean, it kind of feels like those are the eyes she has when she's Nightmare Moon. But
because she's
Luna.
angry.
Like she feels like she's like
Because she's
halfway between Nightmare Moon.
Because she's angry. She's like, "Arr."
Like I partially eclipsed the sun.
Well, she's angry.
She is angry. She got the grr face. Go garg.
That is literally the best angry face I can make.
Garg.
That is the best angry, which makes no sense.
That's not very good.
No, all it is like I open the mouth.
She's like, oh.
It bugs me that is the best.
I feel like there's a fly. This is gonna zip into her mouth. Just go. Why'd I open up my mouth so big?
Right here. That is the face when you stub your toe. It's like, Gah!
It's like when you stub your toe, but you have no toes.
when you're told ponies aren't real.
No. It's an endless suffering.
Yes. Sadness.
Luna
or something
is being derpy. Here, okay. Derpy, a 1 point derpy.
I was here. Now I'm not. Sorry, I can't stay. Well, welcome and goodbye.
You gave us a derpy, so I have to thank you.
Yeah, I'm not like the walk when she comes in. Look at the legs. They just kind of wobble. I'm gonna see if I can fix that.
She just woke up. It's fine. She's like, oh, jeez. I was not expecting to have to avenge my sister's implied death today. She slept on her neck wrong. I remember seeing a meme like when you're over 30 but you slept wrong in bed. It has that song. It's like, I hurt myself today. It's like,
yeah.
Like, oh, getting old's not
stepping
fun.
on Legos. Somebody once like saying it was 10 weapons banned from the Geneva Convention. It was somebody with just like a paper towel around their wrist with like 4 Legos taped on their wrist. Another stupid face. You has break her neck that nicent. What can
I like the word nicent.
Okay, we'll go over here. So it's you see we got
I feel like they know stream's ending, so they're like stupid face.
So this is it's so Celestia. She's just kind of she's looking around because she's like no, like I don't look. This is this is not for children. And then she proceeds to pick up the ketchup, and she's like, she puts the ketchup on the cake, and it's like it's okay it's delicious.
I'm imagining it. It's not good.
But then Trixie. Trixie, she goes, nope, that's Celestia still. But then Trixie, she kind of looks up, and she's like, that's Celestia. So like that's disgusting. Like, you don't put ketchup on the cake. So she looks over at the other cake, and she says, you put other cake on cake, and then she puts this cake,
double cake,
in her face.
Face is not cake.
And says I take Celestia says I take exception to this. But she then eats the cake.
It's gone.
But there was a big problem with that.
It's got poops now.
No, she's a big problem. It's because she's diabetic, and so she gets all the fat, and so
it went straight to her hips.
So she's like, uh-oh, and so she thought something is weird's going on, so she kind of looks down here, and she's like uh-oh, it's like I got blub. It's so much. I need help. And then then Trixie does what Trixie does.
She got to poke the air out.
Yeah, so she's like it's like this that's disgusting.
Wow.
But I can help.
Rude.
So she poke. If you know, like in Dragon Ball, when they're like super quick, and then
it's like that.
And then in doing so, Celestia falls to pieces. Wait, oh, there we go. And then then Celestia becomes Ultimate Celestia.
Oh no, she grew big.
And like, behold my power.
That's the power that cake brings.
And
now we know why she's like cake.
But Trixie, she's
cake power.
She's like, she looks up at the ultimate being, and then she's like, you're not the only one with superpowers, Celeste, bitch. And then she's like, woof.
Just her head.
Yes. And
it's very
and like, they will take you on. And then she lifts her hoof, and she's like,
How you like that?
You like that, and you take this. It's my secret. It's the hoof technique. It's just like poke. But Celestia's gets. Oh no, that's not Celestia. So Celestia's down here. Celestia's she's like, that's this, like that kind of hurts. Like I can do that too. So she pulls out her leg. She's like, this is much bigger. And actually, no, she goes a step further. She has two.
No.
And then
double sun power.
And then she tokes the Trixie. Why does this always go to violence?
She looks like she's hugging her. Why is it not violent? Make them kiss. That way it won't be violent.
She's like, and then Trixie deflates.
No.
And
I want them to kiss for the record.
And it's like, she's big again. And then she's like, I've been defeated. And so she's like, I'm gonna go play video games, and she leaves.
Won't be Zelda.
Oh, that actually house is this way. I'm gonna go this way. Boom. And she's kind of like screw you, Celestia. I'm gonna go play Contra, and then she's gone. Okay, great.
Hey, congratulations.
I don't know. Why'd you hit your mic?
I did this.
No.
Now I'm clapping.
I gotta fix this.
I'm clapping. It
Go
was
back to normal.
amazing.
Wait, I think I did a rescale on something.
Like clap noise.
I always forget how far. Oh yeah, they don't think that's how Celestia looked before.
She seems more
This is
concerned.
when there's 5 minutes left in the meeting and you have to poop.
Oh no, that is a bad thing.
It's like, she's like,
gotta hold in that
"Oh."
poop. You can't even pay attention with that much poop.
like, can we do this in email?
When you gotta poop and you're not wearing any pants.
There, I think that no, that still didn't fix. I need to have mouth open. There we go.
It's gotta be like the worst part of.
There we go. Okay, I think I fixed it. Ketchup's not universal to red bottles. I've seen restaurants in the syrup or barbecue sauce. Yeah, it's the best in terms of like, and other than putting like a Heinz bottle or something. But I don't even know if that would count.
I've never seen syrup in a ketchup bottle.
Okay, let's just cake preferences. It's commonly known as culinary disaster. Yes. As everybody have dots, and then when you zoom in on them, so you're talking like this, the speckles. So that is called SSAO. So it's ambient occlusion, which is normally the artificial creation of shadows to try to show pretend that something is in a three-dimensional space even though they're not getting light to create such. It's just a way to make efficient use of it to make something look 3D and in realistic lighting when it's not. But in this case, it's not processing. It's not actually being rendered. It's something that's being done live, and that's screen space ambient occlusion, which is what this is. So it's SSAO. And so when I'm in any working mode, it is doing a much, much quicker and efficient version to kind of give me an idea as to what's going on. As soon as I hit tab and I go into this mode, it will then process it to what it would look like at the end. How many passes I have means how much it cleans up that speckle. So it's just a preview, so I have an idea. And really, right now, I have lights turned off. So this right here is not based on any actual lighting. It's just based on what the camera sees, not based on any angle or any direction from other angles. It's based on what the camera sees, what it thinks should have a shadow. If I turn off ambient occlusion, then you get this. So that is without any lighting, it's using the flat textures. Ambient occlusion helps a lot. I mean, if I actually turn on, like if I keep that off and I go to a shot like this one, the lighting might be enough to actually make it look fairly decent, but you still lose some of the definition on the edges that this would give. So it is nice. And I can play with those values too. You can even turn this on so you can just see the ambient occlusion by itself, or you can actually use it for an outline. It's creating this like kind of a cartoonish outline. The problem is that line is the same width no matter the distance. So something that would normally have a line this thick might look fine from this distance, but as soon as you back off the camera to like here, that line is still the same thickness and might be as big as his head. So it's a little weird. It's just a pre-rendered shadow. No, it's pre-rendered depth, I think is the better way to put it. And I can play with those values though. I actually have a couple that I've used before that are different from the default. So this is that these three values are right here. And normally what I used to do for my values is I would put bias up quite a bit, strength up a little bit, and decrease radius. So this would actually be pretty close to what I would use for my original values. And so this gets rid of some of the SSAO from like the middle here, but it still keeps some of the ones on the edge. So if I go into this now, you can see it's whiter here, so it's not creating any of that extra like fake lighting in those areas, but it's still maintaining some of these edges, and I can those nice little dark bits. Compared to this, which is what it was now, or by default. I do kind of like the other way because this is about trying to balance the lighting around all surfaces, while the other method flattens them out a little bit more and just adds a more cartoonish look. But I used to have written down values I'd used, and I have not used them in a very long time. It was just so I had standard across all videos, but it's been years since I've used them.
I agree.
So I definitely want to shorten this. The best way to do that...
Chibi models.
Well, because I want to have it so that she ends at the same point. But I want to have her end about here. Instead of here. So I want to shorten it by about a second and a half. Because I could pull her back. And say like, oh, I'm gonna just have her be here.
Just imagine she's going like, oh.
Put off a little bit more. The problem is that she'll start further back at this door then. No, she'll start further forward, I think. Actually, that's kind of... Oh, well, there's also that.
Phase.
But that is actually fine. So what I can do to fix that issue is when they first bust through, you don't actually notice anything. So what we're going to do is, this is when she busts. Up through here, you can't actually see her. So we just slide her backwards. And then we verify that I can't see her suddenly slide forward. Nope. There's no guards like eating things, are there? No one bounces in front of the camera, but that's fine. No, that one clips a little bit. I think I can get away with that one though. Yeah, it's just one frame. Yeah, I think it'll be fine. All right, so if I shrink that timing down and
I thought you did.
I didn't shrink the camera.
Oh, I was talking about like chat.
How come you don't have a donation? Like, actually, I do. I believe.
The Patreon.
I did, didn't I?
I thought you did. I mean, I haven't really looked in a while.
I have it set up for it. If it's not, I should probably at least make it.
Yeah, there's your Patreon link right there.
Oh, Patreon's one thing. Well, like you again, vodka. Jeez. Oh, and a voice impression. Supplies when the guards appear through the smoke. Hold on.
So they're screaming supplies?
Oh, in like it's a pun. Supplies.
Oh.
You get it? You get it, Michael?
I think so. Here,
okay,
let me try.
Hold on.
All right.
We'll do. Okay, whenever you want.
Okay. Requisitions.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same thing, right? Supplies, requisitions. Now hold on. Okay, hey, supplies. I'm the most clever god. I have the best puns. Yes. No, go back. Go back. I want him to scream that there's pizza. Pizza. Like za. It's 90, so it's za. It's just za. They got five. They got the. He's like the oldest guard, and they all know he's the boomer guard. I'm little teacup, short and simple. Here's my handle. Here's my mouth. When you dip me over, what? How's that song go? Hear me shout. I don't know. No, that's I got the lyrics wrong. I got it wrong.
You did a nursery rhyme incorrectly. I just put his name in Streamlabs and found his nation link. Yeah, I thought I had a button for that though. Thanks for pointing that out though, because I swore I set one up, but I must not have. I think it was something we set up temporarily because I have had somebody do it, but I bet you it was me thinking that I did, and whatever. It is set up to allow such, but thanks for letting me know. I thought I thought I did more than I actually did. I'll have to poke at that some more. So, UHF, that was the movie. Oh, okay, yep. The Weird Al. Actually, okay, I saw that above that Weird Al.
And it was a long time ago. Came out the same month as the Batman movie, the first one, the Tim Burton one, and Indiana Jones, the first Indiana Jones movie. All those movies came out in the same month, and UHF did not do well. Yeah,
it was, as far as I've heard, it was a good movie that had bad timing.
Oh, it had the worst. Like, you released the same month as those two movies, you better be freaking amazing or you're not gonna do well.
Look how much the legs just shift.
But UHF
around.
is a good movie. It really is. It's just not Batman or Indiana Jones.
Okay, so then this hoof hits the ground right here. So anything from here to here technically should be there. Let's see, that's even. But if I do that, then I even have to like kind of correct it to this. Does that even look okay? So one thing that bugs me with these is you can actually, like, her hoof just clips right through these armor things. I kind of want to remove those. Can I? I want to see if this actually. I think that actually can work. I think I might leave that for now, but can I just shut off her hooves? I can. Okay. So then I can see from here to here, the hoofs are kind of broken. So this is where you can start doing some like fixing with stuff, but it's going to start getting wobbly if you don't do it right. So I can fix it, but since I'm not playing with a rig, it will start being where like this technically should have been with this fall off or one frame this way, and you do that multiple times over multiple steps, and eventually you start getting little micro stutters going all the way through. Sub gift also gives someone else the sub. Both have benefits. The Streamlabs isn't 100%, but it's because Twitch is 50%, 50% split. YouTube is 60% to the creator. Patreon's like 90%, and what were the other? And then I think Streamlabs is like, other than the fee involved with it. Though I think that super chats on YouTube are 100%. I can't remember, or they're a much higher percent. Super chats are actually pretty neat.
You can get
They work.
100% if you just give everybody your bank account number.
But the main benefit for Twitch isn't just the donation. It's you get the emotes and you get other fun stuff. It's a public thing. That's where most people find the enjoyment for it. And some people just like giving, which is super cool and very generous. Yeah, go get ice cream.
I haven't had ice cream in a while.
Most donate servers take like 30%. Yeah, I think it also depends on the amount. There's a lot of them that, like, if you donate $1, it might take a much larger portion because it's gonna have a flat fee on top of a percentage and then whatever. So it just depends. I haven't really looked into it much. The only reason I have a lot of like the donation thing set up is that was just a request from people. So how much does PayPal take on a direct payment to an account?
Nothing.
No, it kind of depends. There's actually been some controversies because somebody will do a donation like that, and then like there was one recently where a guy got a $350 donation and the person said, "Oh, I actually meant to put $350 in. Can I get a refund?"
Oof.
And he said no. And people were like, "You're a scammer." And he goes, "Well, for one, I didn't tell them to do anything. So I'm not how can I scam somebody in that regard?" And he was saying that there's a thing where people will send in donations and then put in a cancellation, and the person that has to pay the fee is the one that has to return the money. So you say, give the streamer $100 and then immediately cancel it, then they're going to take more than 100 from that person.
Yeah.
So it's to basically cheat somebody out of money by doing that. And so, but he has to accept the cancellation. So he just says, "I'm not doing that anymore," because he was having people abuse it. So, so there is there are some people that abuse that system, but I mean, most of the times that's the really big name people.
Yeah, you don't want to do PayPal for donations. I don't think.
No, it wasn't PayPal. It was just anything that's donated, and then you saying, "Oh, I'm requesting a refund on it."
Yeah.
And so there are people, but there's just bad people in the world, and those big channels are going to get people doing that more often probably than not. So.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow, this hoof is like
really out there, isn't it?
It's actually kind of bent the wrong way at the top too.
I kind of feel like the armor things, if everything's walking right, they shouldn't clip. I would think the armor wouldn't clip if everything is like proper. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy.
I think the main thing that's weird here is the person made this, so the actual chest is turning back and forth like this.
Mm-hmm.
You can see it.
Well, it would have to, otherwise it would clip.
No, because this walk cycle was not made for this model. It was the closest I could get. Is Angie will take kneecaps. I've heard of this. Some trolls are doing that, donating money, then putting a refund, and the streamer gets hit with fees plus the refund. Yeah, but they have to accept it, and so that's where you're stuck in. You're stuck in a weird spot of the person wants a refund, and if you tell them no, then people are going to be negative towards you. But if you say yes, then you're taking a hit. And if people abuse that system, then it comes down to bad people ruining a good thing. So it's stupid. But no, so PayPal does take there are fees depending on how you have your account set up. I believe there's one type of donation thing that I was working to set up that you have to have it set up through a business account, and when you do that, it requires you have some certain information in there, and because it's a business account, then they take fees. But it requires a business account to even utilize that function. So some streamers are putting caps on donations. That's a little different. A lot of that is because of the people that there's some streamers out there that are doing fine and people overdo it, and so they cap it because then they're just not they're not promoting people to drop that hundreds of dollars sometimes on people when they are doing perfectly fine with what they're doing.
I mean, I told you that story what happened to Jay that one time. He was collecting money for BVids to go to BronyCon. somebody dropped like the entire cost of VVids' plane flight, and a single donation was like $500 some. Come to find out, the kid just stole his mom's credit card.
Yeah, there's stuff like that, but I mean that's unique situations.
Yeah.
But no, I thought if like because right now I'm wanting to grow people and everything for over this year, for animating, for lip syncing, for editing, for social media. I want to bring on some people to do that. But I don't want to, there's the thing of like not rushing into it. I'm letting things just kind of go forward as they go forward. Because the faster and harder you push on something like that, Jesus, thank you very much. No, the harder you push on stuff like that, it's not stable. And if you take it slow, it starts getting balanced out.
That's good.
I promise this is my money, not mom's card. No, I'm trust you on that.
That's good, because that would be awful.
No, I do greatly appreciate it.
Don't steal mom's credit cards, everyone.
Don't steal just mother's credit cards.
Yes,
like I mean, if it's your mother, at least that's one thing. But
grandmothers, though,
don't go like running up to other mothers and taking theirs. Okay,
Dad's credit card. Now there's a credit card that's easy getting.
I think that might actually work. There's going to be a little bit of a wobble here, so I'm going to take and mark that. So this is from here to here to here. Let's see if I can. I don't think I'm going to be able to fix this without it looking like a wobble. Oh, actually, that turned out pretty good.
Yeah, will make that horse walk with some grace. The princess's legs they look so spindly.
Yeah, I have there's actually a stream. It's from years ago where the entire stream from beginning to end, I worked and created a walk cycle for Celestia. And I definitely ran into some issues with trying to get that to work because it was just frustrating. Their legs are not built in natural proportions for walking. And it doesn't help that just the pony legs in general are, because if you look at a normal horse's legs, they are toothpicks compared to the size of their body. These are tree trunks. So normally in a walk, like in a run, they would actually have it where the front and the back legs are going to cross. Mm-hmm. I can't do that. I mean, where's the room here to cross them?
I feel like these are actually the legs of a healthy horse. Like the spindly leg horses, the ones with super thin legs, that's the result of them all being bred to be runners.
No, these legs, like look at the gap between the front legs.
Yeah.
There's like that big of a gap. On a real horse, how big is that gap?
Like bring up a Clydesdale horse. I feel like it's not that big.
No, this is like if the amount of distance or how big their legs here are. I don't care about up here. I don't care about the badonk or the front donk.
You don't care about the horse badonk?
But no, it's down here. It's the hooves, the hoof size. Their hooves are just take up such a larger portion that I can't cross the back legs and the front legs. Mm-hmm. When I actually ended up doing it for run cycles, which was what was it? Channel trailer. Do I have it in this folder? Yeah. You can see it here for my run animation. You can see here that there's this clip that goes on here. And normally that's how I built it. I built it for the clipping to happen and I didn't really fix it here, but I'll just turn it in because as long as one is in front of the other, it gives the impression that they're behind each other, but it's all clipping. I can't prevent it. And I went and looked up actual horses running. I followed all the references and it was just literally impossible to not clip because the horse's legs are just giant goddamn logs.
I feel like the problem with the ponies is that their torsos are too short.
Storm said, just wondering, did you make those models or download them? Yeah, they're all downloaded. I have I've never really done it. I've modified some of the models based on need, but all the models here are made by a very large community, and it's not any individual. All the Royal Guards are made by one person. This Luna was made by one other person, then updated by another, and the armor was made by another. It was
community.
Yeah, it's very much a community of a bunch of people all basically making whatever the hell they want, and then I just kind of go through there and find the ones that are of use.
Mm-hmm. Making use of the creative community's contributions.
Yep, they're all the people make the stuff, and there's been plenty of people that are just enjoy seeing people using their stuff.
Just be sure to credit where you can.
Yeah, but that even gets difficult though, because like I mentioned here with like this model, if I were to credit this model, Trixie, who do I credit? The one that made the model, right?
Well, I know on like the current thing I'm working on, I credited both Juice Stand for the enhanced model, and then, or I think that's his name,
Juice Stand.
Yeah, and then I credited the person who worked on the little pit model who used the enhanced models as the base.
Okay, but the enhanced models weren't by Juice Stain. They were originally based on Pony Naka, who then also used those from a base from KP Shadow Squirrel.
Yeah.
So there are, and this is just a Juice Stain model. So there's 3 people that technically on the chain worked on it. So who do you credit? All 3?
You credit Juice Stain with the expectation that he credited the others.
Yeah, but that's where it comes down to difficulty. I had one video where somebody complained because I put a bunch of credits in, and I missed a shotgun that was there, and I didn't know it was a community shotgun, and so I added all the rest of them, everything. The list was this long in pure individual line text, and it took me hours to dig out.
I think what you generally want to aim for, so you don't have a credit list a million miles long, is like Juice Stain. You credit him, and then people can go to his site where the model is, and then they can see that he credited the others as well.
Oh yeah, so, and these eyebrows?
Yeah.
Nutrifin.
Wow. Fancy eyebrows.
Yeah, so that's where it just gets super messy because everybody shares so much stuff, and it's super hard to do credits now.
Did you ever look at the credits I put on the bobbleheads?
No, I don't want your stuff. I just brought up before, I'm like, hey, did you see that update video I made? You said, I don't watch your stuff.
I watch your stuff.
You watch the animations.
Yes.
Nothing else.
Yeah. You tell me everything else.
No, I don't, because there's like weeks later and you're like, what?
I eventually find out.
Some are embarrassed of their love of Derpy and say a different pony like Argo.
Why would you be? It's true. He's just in denial of who the best horse is.
Unlike most where it's like MLP and Fallout game, Kit Kat made a whole original story. Kit Kat put 2 stories into a bowl and mixed them together instead of normally where it's just like 2 half-chewed pieces of bubblegum and they're just pushed next to each other. Kit Kat actually made her own bubblegum. That's why it's kind of turned up cool. So in conclusion, if you added credits, they'd be as long as GTA 5. Well, it just gets confusing, and I do the best I can, but it's difficult. Like, where do you draw the line for that? Or if I have this model, and then I use one of the older ones because there was no enhanced, then that is a Naka model, and so I credit. The main things that I credit now are the map and the models that are a focus. So if in this case, like these 2 are a focus, but if there was background ponies, I probably won't put credits in there for them because they aren't in the forefront. So that like I'm not gonna put like on here credit Portal. Which is from Valve or anything. For one, because they actually give a release for you to use these for non-commercial purposes, which means I don't think it requires crediting, but in general they give you permission to use those. It gets messy. And I've only had it once where somebody complained about it and it was nitpicky. And that's where it kind of triggered me on it, because I'm like, you know, I spend hours sometimes digging through to find all the models I use, because these models aren't downloaded right now. I don't have a direct link to that location. Some of them are really old. I don't know where they are anymore. And so I have to go and find them again, or they don't even exist anymore. For one, this Celestia model, if I remember right, is not available anymore. It's or I think it was this one, but it was one of these Celestia models that I was working on doesn't actually have a download anymore. It has an updated version, but the updated version has some other things that the old one didn't have, and so I prefer to use the older one. Well, then I can't really link anybody to the newer one. So
I know it was hard when I made the Dolphin launcher, crediting the guy who made that because he didn't link it anywhere. It pretty much only exists. You're the only one who has that.
The what model?
The Dolphin.
That's Stan.
Yeah, I just put Stan. I have no links. I just have Stan because he never posted it anywhere. You're the only one who has that model. Like, I think it's on my old computer, but that's it.
It's right here.
Oh. Well, he must have posted it at some point.
Yeah, in 2016. You didn't try very hard, did you?
I looked everywhere.
Well, I just typed Dolphin into the workshop, and that was all it took. What'd you search for?
I looked for Dolphin, I just didn't look in the workshop.
This is my wallpaper probably for more time on stream than I've had, because I love that. Because this is my OC in the background too. That's but yeah, it's got 2,382 subscribers.
Everybody wants the Dolphin.
It is adorable. And he put the video from High and Fairly Sparkles, the advertisement. Yes. So yeah, there you go. Models, creature. No.
Well, I can't update that page anymore because I lost
Dolphin War Part 2. No, I have been meaning, I do want to do another request stream. I'm actually considering doing that on YouTube because I think that would be a fun interaction bit. But I think I'm going to hold off for a little while on doing that because sometime in this summer we want to do a podcast. I'm going to start a podcast up, and there are some, and the way that I want to do it would require a little bit of investment. And so the idea was I wanted to do a stream like that on YouTube to try to raise money to do what we were looking to do. Problem is, as of right now, with COVID, I can't put any time frame on that because it would be a bunch of people coming together. So I'm holding off on that part. I still will do request streams, probably just on Twitch then instead.
Sunset, I'm still working on the current mod.
Hello, content. The other stream that I've been wanting to do is on YouTube, and I wanted to do a follow along where I would make a base download of like a save file with a model in it, and then have that a public download prior to the stream. But then during stream, basically walk through step by step what I'm doing, and with time in between everything, so that anybody that's wanting to and has never worked with SFM before can follow along and kind of do a Bob Ross, I guess. So I think that would be kind of fun to do, and it would be a learning experience for some people. But that's I don't know when that's going to happen. Another thing I'm planning in the future is just going through the list here. March is usually the stream anniversary. I didn't do anything last year, or no, I don't think last year. In 2019, I did nothing anywhere. But I want to in March do some special stuff for stream. I was thinking about doing like a full week of streaming because it's about, I think, the third or fourth week of March is the anniversary, and I think it's like 8 years of streaming. So I don't know, more on that later.
When are you going to do that thing where you give Mike your YouTube URL?
Do a podcast using Streamlabs? No, it would be. So plans for this here is to make a second channel that is non-animation content. So it would be gaming stuff. It would be gaming stuff and podcast is the main two. And because I want to keep the main channel that I already have to just focused on animations, animation streams, animation anything, and then just moving all the other content. Then the podcast would be probably a bi-weekly a podcast that would be pre-recorded, but it would be in video format with some extra stuff at the end for anybody that's a patron or a Twitch sub or something. But it would be like an hour every 2 weeks, and we're still working out the details on that stuff, but it would be on that channel. we could definitely do a live version every now and then. The problem is logistics for it. What I'm trying or what I kind of want to do, it would make streaming complex but not undoable. So I gotta kind of figure out some details on that, I think, first. Was it Michael that made the pony bobblehead mod for Fallout 4? No, I don't think you did. Did you? Okay, that does sound like something you would do.
Yeah, that was me. And it's amazing. I'm amazing. I'm also a jerk.
Why are you a jerk?
For calling myself amazing.
No, that's called being modest.
Uh-huh. No, I did make it. I made that. I made the pony plushies. I made the dolphin launcher, which is cool.
Dolphin launcher, the best part of the dolphin launcher.
The best part is I made it while I was drunk.
Well, it was the stream that we did with it.
Yes.
Which, if you go to my second YouTube channel, which is Argadema Livestreams, if you go into the gaming bits, I think it was like Fallout from like 4 years ago.
2017. So.
Yeah, it was like 3 or 4 years ago. There's a Fallout stream that's like 8 hours long, but the beginning of it is us just playing around with the dolphin launcher, and it was so fun.
An early version of the dolphin launcher before it actually showed the loading animation for the dolphin.
Okay, that's a little bit better timing on the explosion.
I've made a lot of mods for a few different games, but very few of them are actually available. That's what I like doing.
Yeah, I think for the most part, other than having to play around, because I do not like the facial anything that this model has. I think I do want to play around with that. Why are her eyes changed? Okay, we're gonna just go out on that. But I also don't like right now, I don't know where she's looking, but I think that's partly because just these eyes are kind of goofy. Where are you looking?
There's a stairwell that goes down in this map. Where does that go to?
Goes down.
Curious.
That one?
Oh, this goes...
It goes to a pit.
To a door. What's through the door?
You know what's in the door? You want to see what's behind the door?
Oh, well, that's
It's
disappointing.
death. No, it's just a pit.
Wait,
but this could actually be pretty useful.
I feel like those are the stairs from Somber's, the Crystal Empire.
Just because there's stairs rounded in an inner cylinder does not mean that is instantly
exactly like the stairs that Twilight and Spike were climbing to get to the top of the Crystal Tower. Like
everything in the world is a pony reference to Michael.
It's a pony map.
No, it's not. No. What part of this map says pony?
You know, you're right. Nothing says pony.
I mean, there's nothing in this map that you could reference that would make it look pony. Because this is R2-D2. So clearly. It's R2-D2's actually older brother.
Much older.
It's R2-D2. It's R2-D2's mother, which was an office chair. Yeah.
It's true.
And then there's nothing here.
I wonder what the father was.
There's nothing pony. Nothing
pony.
Nothing pony. There's just
that pumpkin's pretty pony.
Nope, there's no.
I'm
not
ponies pony.
I'm not seeing any.
Whoa.
Pony. Nope. That's there we go.
What is that?
There we go.
It's a pony.
It's a pony. Okay.
That is like a secret room in the castle.
You're talking about? It's a hole in the wall.
Yeah.
It's even kind of lit.
I feel like if you were fighting on this map in a game, you wouldn't ever be able to get into that room without much effort.
Good night, chat. Good night, Alexander. I'll be ending here quick anyway. What was I doing here now?
If you want to screensaver the bobbleheads, you can make one. The mod is available. You can do whatever you want with it. You heard it here. I do not care what people do with the mod. It is available to everyone.
It was actually requested that some people wanted the Prince Whatever like the one that I made for SweetieBot.
Mm-hmm.
Some people were asking about having something for wallpaper on that. I've never been a fan of video wallpapers myself.
No, I don't.
But some people were asking about it, so I think I have to put that together sometime.
The bobblehead would make a very. I don't think it'd make a very good video wallpaper. They don't do anything. They sit on a stand.
I think like people had asked before, and I ended up making it. I have no idea why, and they wanted the wallpaper of this. And this is a wallpaper you can get. Mm-hmm. This I would not want it as a wallpaper because it's too much motion. But ones like this, that one I have on Wallpaper Engine as well. That is actually pretty neat because it isn't much. It's just kind of something in the background.
I like how you even had the wind blowing down her shirt, and it's actually causing the shirt to move.
Kind of. It's actually, I only could grab the whole thing. So it's just grabbing that, and there's a lock on the neck. So I just had to move separate. It works, but it's because of, it just adds the detail. Wind is in.
Every bit of detail you add to a shot like that just makes the character feel that much more alive. And I love it. I want the ponies to be real.
There's another one like that.
Well, see, that's the best thing. The best thing you can do in here. What do you think it is in my head? Like besides
add
being a pony? No, like for Blackjack and for her motions.
Boop?
No, like what you actually did.
Gave her booze?
Well, she's happy about that. But I would say the breathing. Because nothing makes something feel more alive than notable breathing.
Well, there's a lot of little details. There's an explosion noise, and there's this crumbling from the ceiling, and this chair actually will kind of rotate, and the bullet there will move. So there's...
Wow, you really went into it, didn't you?
Hey, it's all the little details are make everything stand out. And when this explosion happens, this light will actually twist instead of just going back and forth.
Nice.
That was all manually done.
See, I need you to do all of this, but in a full-length feature film about Blackjack, at least 3 hours long. What do you guys think?
Those would make great screensavers. Those last two. Actually, let's go to this. Workshop items. Oh, look, they already are. If you have Wallpaper Engine, you can actually download them right now.
You even have the other one as a wallpaper.
Yeah, this one's wallpaper too. And I have Trixie just running. Why not?
She's a little Trixie.
But yeah, these two are you can get right now if you have Wallpaper Engine. It's just there was a couple other ones that people were asking about. Also, if you're interested, don't ask about the brick. I am not anybody that worked on this. It's just that somebody thought it would be funny to add me on the list of 52 about this just giant list of people that contributed, and it's funny because so there's comments on it. It's like, wait, why was there 12 people that worked on this? And then I also have on Tabletop Simulator Iron Pony, which is a card game I made. You can get that.
Just a brick.
That's what it says.
Did you model that brick?
No, I did nothing. He just says, "Hey, can I credit you on this?" I'm like, okay, but like,
what did you do?
15 people made this item.
It's a block.
People made that. Seems legit, and it's just literally a brick.
I love that it's on a pedestal. Like, how many polys is that? It's because it's a little misshapen.
Yeah,
it's not just square.
It's not. It's a pretty detailed brick. Obviously, if you're gonna make a building with the exact same brick over and over again, it's gonna start looking a little bit
as a mortar
generic. But all right, it's been fun. Yeah, I'm probably gonna. I think for the most part,
you forgot it wasn't Friday or something.
No, I said I might run till 9 because I wanted to try to get some stuff done. Well, thank you again, Vodka. It's like a going away present. So thank you very much. You've been more than generous. So I appreciate it. And Kite too. So that's cool. I will be. Oh, she's just like ominous. She's like bye stream, and she just like goes back. Just added Wallpaper Engine to my wish list that I can afford. It goes on sale quite often. It's pretty neat software. I've used it for a lot of other things, and it's not just for playing videos in your wallpaper, but for just adding tons of like other animated things. Videos can be intensive, but some of the other ones are just other particle effects that are a lot less intensive and pretty cool.
Like I want my background.
How much longer do you have in this animation? This shot, other than replacing the Luna model and just giving her a stupid face, I think for the most part, is I can call that this scene basically done. I don't care about the detail on it. This shot, I still have to do basically everything. The angle is figured out, but this one will probably take me an entire evening. And then this shot would probably take me more than an evening. And then this one would be actually pretty easy. This one I could do like in a half an evening. So I'm looking at 3 evenings of work, but since I wanted this done Friday, I don't expect it to have it done Friday. So I might be still poking at this on Friday. I'm hoping though on Friday that I will have only one of, I'm going to hope by Friday that this is green, and that this is orange. Maybe. I'm going to hope that I'm at least most of the way done to where I can maybe finish this weekend. So we'll see.
So the important question though is, when do they kiss? No, next scene. The appropriate scene would be the next one after that. I mean, they can kiss Luna too, but like you've already got this like romantic chemistry going between Trixie and Sombra. I want to see it come to fruition. Well, that's just sad. Like Luna has got nobody else in the world that she has to kiss Luna.
That was a really weird time to hear cool.
Razzleos is into it.
But then you can do like oh no, I don't. Let's do like do that and there.
Wah.
So they're fighting over territory. There we go.
They're territorial horses. So either one.
The lip controls are so poor.
Their muscles are weird. Like their jaw comes down, but the rest of their face just stays stiff. So it's like a duck, like horse beaks.
They're just beating each other. They're like headbutting.
They're booping snoops.
Okay. Well, go away, Luna. Go away, bad Luna.
That's how ponies battle. They ram boop.
All right. Yeah, that was timed perfectly. Like, look, the 2 ponies are going to kiss. Cool.
Rasmus is just like pulls up a chair.
Really Dutchy Drago instead of a brony with that impasta. I don't know who you're talking about. The cheese is mine. Top 10 most epic anime battles. Yes. So anyway, yeah, we're gonna be done for today. So I will be poking at this more in the next couple days, and hopefully have some more done. But I have some other work I need to do out for the channel tomorrow that'll take up a little bit of time and stuff. So we'll see. So 20 subs if they kiss. No.
Yeah, he makes the ponies kiss after he turns off the streams. Like as soon as he turns off the streams, he's like, "Okay, they're not watching anymore," and then it's just ponies kissing for the next 3 hours till he goes to bed.
No, no kiss.
He says
that's cool. Rick, yeah, actually, you know what? It's from Hades. If you've never played the game Hades, the artwork is absolutely spot on, absolutely perfect, and I love the game Hades, and so I just absolutely love that artwork. So I decided as my wallpaper. Normally, I like doing non-pony backgrounds when possible, but this is one I had to do.
Yeah.
So yes, I will be back on Friday. I'll see you guys then. Have a good one. I have a kitty, and we'll get some more work done.
Meow meow.
Maybe. I don't know what to do after that, though.
After what?
After I'm done with this video.
You could finish
you
that
fast.
Rathalos one.
Yeah, I need to do some more Rathalos stuff. I haven't done anything
Well,
of this
the
since
trash one was like 90% finished, wasn't it?
No, it's like half. But I got distracted because I want to get this done.
Well, this has cuter characters, so.
What's wrong with Rathalos in this video?
He's not cute.
He's got
You
the
can argue he's cool.
He's got the doggy, and he's got the other doggy.
You really cry a lot when you beat him with a stick.
Because you made them.
Bye-bye.